It's real talking, it's real talk. It's real talking, real talk. It's real talking, real talk, yeah.
Iron Reese. Dynamic duo. Talk is still real. We still on the corner. Real talk corner. We gonna touch on some topics.
It's real talking, it's real talk. It's real talking, it's real talk. It's real talking, real talk. It's real talking, real talk, yeah.
Check it out. You know, in tune.
My daddy made this beat.
Yo, check it out. You know, in tune to the dynamic duo. Reese and Ira. On the corner. Real talk corner.
Real Entertainment Network.
Ira and Reese. The talk is still real. We still on the corner. We gonna touch on some topics.
SKN, we got topics. Let's have a discussion. The people got questions. The people want answers. Yeah, we got topics. Let's have a discussion. The people got questions. The people want answers. Yeah, it's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. It's real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. It's real talking. Real talk. Yeah.
Ira and Reese. Dynamic duo. Talk is still real. We still on the corner. Real talk corner. We gonna touch on some topics.
It's real talking, it's real talk. It's real talking, it's real talk. It's real talking, real talk. It's real talking, real talk, yeah.
Check it out. You know, in tune.
My daddy made this beat.
Yo, check it out. You know, in tune to the dynamic duo. Reese and Ira. On the corner. Real talk corner.
Real Entertainment Network.
Ira and Reese. The talk is still real. We still on the corner. We gonna touch on some topics.
SKN, we got topics.
Let's have a discussion. Yo, Reese, but I feel like we haven't been on this thing for a while. A long while. A good while.
Yeah, man.
A proper
Been a
while.
minute since you touch on, you know?
Yeah, just a minute. Just a minute. Big up Empress Rennie in the back.
Yeah,
You
man.
know? You there, Reese? You mute your mic.
No, me there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Heal up, Reese. So how's everything? How's the family? How's the vibe?
Everything legit, everything good. Can't come.
Okay, for some reason you might clipping. You clipping it on purpose?
No, I'm clipping it.
Oh, you're clipping it. Okay. No issues.
Yeah, baby.
Much love to Rennie.
Okay.
Hey,
Bye, friend,
I just had to stop Jaleel from running behind me to same way.
Okay, go to mommy, okay? You want me to get something for you? Okay. Yo, let me be so there for.
This is what good daddies look like, people. You know. Good night, everyone. I hope you enjoyed Nevis. We're waiting to hear about your experience. Just rock and come in, you know. Rock and come in, people. Rock and come in.
Easy.
You don't know it's Real Talk Corner with your boy Reese and your boy Ira, and we're about to get into some stuff. Yeah. We're gonna
Big up
have
to everyone.
okay.
Big up.
We got big up Evan straight. We got some off the ground C50 review. We got some Olympic review, and we have some small axe review. You know what I mean? So Reese, sound like everything good in your household, man.
Well, you know, once the young one's happy, then you know everything is a family place.
Yeah, I can't complain about that.
Yeah, you know.
All right.
Everything
All
is
right.
family
Well,
place. You know,
Just remember, tag a friend, share the link. You know, we over there on YouTube as well. For those who don't have Facebook, we over there live on YouTube. Share the link, share the show. And as we get into it, we're gonna get into it. You know, of course. So Reese,
Talk to me.
I see SK went Belgium.
Boy. They want to start, boy?
All right, there wanna start. We gotta start. We gotta start. We can start in Europe, and then we're gonna bring it on over here. So let me start in Belgium, and then we're going over to Paris, and then we're going to come right back here to culture. Right there in Belgium. So I mean, yeah, I gotta start about it. So I want to shout out the Smarlax band. You know, I don't know if they're on a tour or whatever the case may be. Happy to see them over there in Belgium. It's always nice to see our small islands making it on such a large stage and being able to expose. Hold on. 1 second, Reese. 1 second.
All right. Ruben, pick up yourself. Good evening. Blessing.
All right, Rutland. Shout out. Watching from Florida. We here in Florida too. Good night, Ruby. Yeah.
Hey, Ruby,
so back to what I was saying. Shout out to Ruby. Hey, Reese. And before we get too deep into it, we gotta wish Adele a very special, blessed Earth Strong. But she ain't even on yet. So we gotta wait.
I'll wait until she show up.
Yeah. So like I was saying, yeah, it's always a special feeling. Shout out Colette, you know. She goes by Sexy C. Anyway, it's always a special feeling when you see like your own on a large stage and given the opportunity to share their gift, their talent, right, with others and other parts of the world that you don't even expect them to actually have much exposure in those parts, you know. So I was kind of surprised when I saw them in Belgium. That one, you know, Larry, pick up yourself. I was kind of surprised when I saw them live in Belgium. I'm like, wow, Smarlax is in Belgium. Yeah, you know, shout out Delhi, you know, coming from Rollins, you know, representing Nevis. I think it's a Nevis on a whole, right? When? Well,
The perform
last week or something like that. Yeah,
right
yeah.
after
4 days ago. 4 days ago. Yeah, 4 days ago, and they perform at this. Okay.
It's called Antilles Festival.
Antilles Festival. I guess that's the English version of what Reese, because what I have here is in German, and Reese just translate it based on how his brain saw it.
So actually, what a lot of people don't know is that the promoters for this event, they actually spend a lot of time in St. Martin. So a lot of the Caribbean acts they see, they'll make it to the to be booked on the event. Usually they'll go through the St. Martin link. And I think, because I don't know if you remember that a few years back, Collision would have went, and this is not the first time Smarlax went. Yeah, Smarlax went before. Back in the day when EK was in the band.
Okay.
And Bugna was in the band. Smarlax would have went back then as well. But I say, as I say, it's good to see them on the world stage, out there in front of a foreign crowd, not necessarily friends and family, but actually people that don't know them, and being able to perform, right, and to keep the crowd entertained and to see the reaction of people to the music that we have grown up loving. But that's as far as the goodness went for me.
Well, shout out to Kyron. He on the stage. That's as far as it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
on the
as far as
stage.
the goodness went.
Yeah. So,
Mm.
um, there's this thing called positive, constructive criticism, right? And I don't want people to say, "Oh yeah, they only come here to tear down." No, 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 no. What did they do well? Well, they really mean so good. You know what I mean? Yeah. The remixes had sound good. You know, they they do the Sweet Caroline thing. You know, shout out to the people who bounce into Sweet Caroline. You know that you know who love Sweet Caroline. So you don't know
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they run that. They had a few other stuff. Um, the energy was good. I would say the energy was good.
Okay.
They had a runway type stage, so they couldn't really move around, right? But the energy was good. And please excuse me, I have a slight cold. Having a kid in daycare is always beautiful, but the energy was there. Mr. World, shout out to Mr. World. You know, he's been doing this thing for years, and I don't even think that he missed a step. When Mr. World hold the mic, you know Mr. World got the mic. You know what I mean? You know Mr. World, that's Mr. World. You know, he's still so as crisp as ever. You know, delegating extra exposure that he needs. You know, um, but Reese and I has had a discussion, right? And actually I shared it. I shared the live to Reese because Reese was busy, you know. The legend that he is, sometimes you really got to zone him in on certain things. And I said I shared the live to Reese. And Reese, when I shared the live to you, what was my comment?
No. All right. Boom. So there we go. When you share the life to me, because you said you're playing other people's song. No, I don't know how much I really remember. I have been one of the biggest advocates for playing your own music. I tell everybody so. I tell ADC so. I tell Core so. I put it on different chats. I tell everybody, play your own music. Okay. So Smarlax is on. Smarlax is performing. Smarlax played up until the 24th minute of the performance. Smarlax had not played an original Smarlax. Nothing that they originally created. Smarlax did not play that. They would have played.
Pause. You said that a little too quickly. You need to slow it down so they could understand what you just said. It took
No,
them
well, definitely.
24
It
minutes.
took them
24
24
minutes.
minutes. 24.
24 minutes to play a Smarlax song.
So I'll give
That
you a
what
good
the man
example.
just said.
They started off in the first 24 minutes. They would have played Burning Flames, One Taramera. They would have played um. They would have played another Burning Flames. They would have played Lorien. They would have played a few songs. My thing is when you go when you get an opportunity to be on the world stage, you got to defend what you put out, right? You record your music every year. Every year, everybody recording 4, 5, 6, 7 songs. But then when you finally go on the world stage, you play everybody else's tune, right? They run out there and they play everybody else's tune. They don't play their own tune. For me, that was horrible. I was embarrassed to see that. I think if I wanted to hear Burning Flames, if the promoters feel like they wanted Burning Flames, they should hire Burning Flames. Just like Cultural
Yeah.
had done, Antigua Carnival had done. If they want Burning Flames, they hire Burning Flames, right? If they wanted to hear Toxic and they wanted a reaction from Toxic, they hire Patrice. They book Smarlax. They don't book them there. They don't book nobody to play Smarlax. They book Smarlax. Smarlax went on stage. Smarlax became a DJ.
Boy.
Really and truly, you did not need a bassman, not a drummer. You
Yep.
just needed one singer and the rhythm. I mean, you're talking about a band was loaded with hits upon hits, right? You're talking about songs like Backshot, Masquerade, Creep Up, Crime Free, Pepper Them, Man of Warrior, tune after tune. Imagine, right? And check it out here too. Okay,
Yeah.
the man went and they play the Lauren tune, right? Lauren, the time is wake up, right? Boom, boom, boom. Considered like an old school kind of tune. Got you. That song they could have easily be swapped over for Love Me Festival from Delhi,
Yeah.
right? Them Burning Flames could have easily be swapped over for songs like Banana and Dancehall Queen.
Dancehall Queen no play. I don't even know the
Right?
last time they performed Dancehall
Right,
Queen.
right,
A lot of
right.
people don't even know that
These
song.
these songs where them man went studio every year to go record. And then when you finally get on the world stage, you say, nah, you're not gonna confidence in the music, we're gonna play.
No,
We're gonna play
that's the
Burning
problem.
Flames.
That's the problem. That is the
We're gonna play
problem.
Burning we are gonna play
That is
Burning
the
Flames. Cause
problem.
we feel more comfortable playing Burning Flames than playing what we record. Are we talking about? But if you tell me
Nothing.
you're gonna do that on a Friday night and a Saturday night, you're playing on Spratnet. Alright, cool. But you tell me you finally make it on the world stage, and that's where you deliver. Ah, that man spend more time playing booyah music out of Dominica, right? They play whistle while they walk. They play Pambalam. They play Balance Batty. They play more tune from other people, and then they even consider playing for themselves. They play Masquerade and they play the whole song.
Oh,
They play
they
Man of
only do the
Warrior and
chant.
they only start to chant.
Yeah.
I think the only song that they sing the whole song that was their song was
The road march.
the Road March this year.
Yeah, the
The
road
only
march.
song that they perform where they perform the entire song was the Road March this year. Smarlax is over 30 years old. You're gonna tell me you ain't got no material. Then you gotta go on the international stage, the world stage, easily one of the biggest stages you ever been on. For that, I was disappointed. I
They
was
can't say
disappointed.
we. I hope then.
I was disappointed. Even if you tell me you're gonna play an old Element, right? Or you're gonna play a Star Sheila. You're gonna play some, but they're gonna talk about you playing Burning Flames and you're playing Patrice. You got artists that don't even exist no more, right? That don't play music no more. Them man who
Yeah.
sing Palance, we don't even know who sing Palance no more. Their names ain't popular. Them man gonna say go sing Palance, me boy. Them man gonna sing Palance. You gonna tell me that the music you spent all this time creating, not one of them you could have dropped?
Bro, all these years.
But when I tell you, when I watch that thing, my heart hurt me. I tell you, I get headache and heartburn at the same time, dog. Yeah.
Yo, King. You see, uh, hats off to you, Reese, because I just turned it off. To be honest, not disrespect to Smarlax, but it was really starting to get under my skin. Because how am I supposed to have confidence in our music if the people that creating the music ain't have confidence in their own music? I can't go and tell people, yo, listen to Smarlax band. Smarlax band is the sweetest band in the world. The sweetest band in the world. That's it. And if you're the sweetest band in the world, how come you can't play the sweetest band in the world music when you have the chance to show the world? You don't have enough confidence to play your own music in an international audience because what you can say, oh, they don't know the songs. Big man, at that point in time, that they only listen to your rhythm. They will move to your rhythm. I don't even know. They're German, a lot of them, so they don't even understand English. So what is the point here of creating music day in and day out? Well, sorry, year in and year out. Is it only to say that you win road march so you could boast pan Sugar Band and you could boast pan Grandmasters? This was your opportunity to really bring St. Kitts and Nevis music to the world. Pep, right? Buyana do you think, you know? Buyan do you think you gotta play Buyan? Jamban had the time, right? Burning Flames doing Burning Flames. Pep is still yet to reach the world stage yet and recognized. And you had the chance to show people what this pep music is about, but you chose not to do that. Smarlux. You chose to continue to display the music that they know, the Buyan, this Trinidad style, the other styles of music. You had a great opportunity to display our culture. And I felt hurt. I felt hurt. So I just locked that shit off. I was in the car with my cousin and I was like, he just sighed. I was like, I can't listen to this anymore. Right? I went back and started listening to the live. I had to ask Reese, when did they play the first song? Reese tell me 20-something minutes. I said 20-something minutes into a set and a Smarlux song hasn't played yet. You gotta be crazy. You gotta be wild. Does Smarlux band on stage and Smarlux band go 20 minutes into their set and don't play one Smarlux song? What sense that make? And we ain't hating, we just frustrated because we've been saying it. Reese says it all the time. I say it all the time. You know what I mean? We've been saying it. We've been expressing this over and over again. Corey Company Show, play your music. Odyssey Company Show, play your music. Everybody, play your own music. Speak to me, Hilton. I don't understand. That is not Smarlux band. It's not Smarlux band. We didn't get Smarlux band. And the thing about it is, you could see the proudness of them being on the stage. Big up to Delhi, you know, excellent performance in the terms of you being Delhi. But the problem is, Delhi, you don't even get to sing any of your songs. So nobody even know that you got songs. You just do covers. You went over there like a hotel band, a cover band. We're afraid to do our own music. If our music can't be received by the world, we need to adjust it. But we still should be able to sing our own music as a band. So if you go out there and you sing your music and you realize, my music ain't getting the reception I want, tweak it a little. You need to understand what works for you, but you gotta do your own. What guy Reese?
But anyone die, like you highlighted, these people is people from wherever, right? They ain't necessarily in tune to the English language necessarily. That's one. Two, we music super fast, eh?
Yeah.
Like, me not tell you that when you hear a man tell you that the record at 160 BPM, that 160 is slow. 160 BPM, it's fast. So then I really gonna catch all the lingo. Maybe I watch this band from, I think it's Sabre Station, if I'm not. They Rebels HD. And then man went a couple years back to do a performance there. Yeah. Maybe you know what the man realized?
Wow.
They ain't know what we saying here. The man went up there and started to sing a bunch of stupidness. You know what? The man get the exact same chord reaction as Smarlux. Exact same thing. And then man went up there and sang stupidness. Because they realized, hey, we just need to be on stage as long as we're on this elevated platform with the lights on us and they hear a little bit of music, they're gonna react.
That's it. They were dancing to the rhythm. They were dancing to the rhythm. Of course, you know, the idea of training a little sweet Caroline, because at that time you're showing a remix. You're showing a remix, you're showing that, you know, your rhythm. I get it. But your set should be mostly Smarlux music. And this goes to it. And a matter of fact, you could have do a little video light, you know. You could have sing a little happy, you know. You know, you had the opportunity to express, share Grandmaster's music, New Vibes music, Smarlux Collision, all the bands them that sing It's Alone, Core, Ultra, searching a drop. Akai song could have drop. All of these are music that we could practice as well. We could practice these music the same way how we're gonna practice. And I say we, because when you're on the stage and you got the Sink It's a Navis flag, I feel like it's we. Right? So we could practice those songs as well. You see me? Practice the Akai. Go down. That's a big song. You know? I see enough girls and shots, I'm tight, them body looks so right. You know, one thing, and then me love me festival. In the video, like Dance Our Queen tonight. Hey, them are supposed to be starting with Dance Our Queen tonight. I don't even know the last time I hear the song. Smarlax, at the end of the day, I'm proud that you made it out there, but you made it out there and you went and you were a different band. You weren't the
Okay, hold,
Smarlax band.
hold on.
Yeah, we
Let me
got,
take this in from Yasan. We got some comments coming in.
yeah, read them up.
Um,
Read.
it's Yasan said yes, they could have played more of their hits and should have. However, I kind of see what they attempted. Okay, I hear and accept the critique that they should and could have performed more of their hits. How about their overall performance? How do you rate the set musically and performance wise? Um, so performance wise, they kept the crowd engaged, and you can't take that from them. The crowd was engaged in the performance. Um, musically, because they played so much what we consider to be stems, and they pretty much just played over the music.
Over the
They didn't
track.
add any. They didn't add any hits, any runs, any breakdowns, anything like that. They just would have taken the stems and played it how it was recorded. Um, the set was flat to me in terms of the music selection and in terms of the way they performed the music. You know what I mean? And then because they played with the stems and you heard the original vocals so much, even over the lead vocals of the band, it almost felt like it was a DJ kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of the ways that they kind of missed out and getting a lot more out of the performance.
Yeah. And hold on. I just want to recap, right? Because Yasan, I guess he joined late. And in the beginning, we said we're doing constructive criticism, and you came on in the part where the one thing that we're talking about what they need to stop do. We spoke about the performance. You know, I said the energy was good, the rhythm was up, the crowd reaction was great. You know, you even see the security guards dancing. So just in case anybody just joining, I don't want anybody feel like we just ripping Smarlax apart and we didn't highlight anything that they did well, you know, because nothing is all negative, right? They did do some stuff. They had the energy, you know. I also gave my kudos to Mr. World and him still sounding the way how he sounds and Delhi ranks and all that good stuff, right? And but Reese, you know, the musical genius that Reese is, even though people don't realize, Reese has highlighted some of the issues on another level, right? The fact that they go up there with a band and they're using just strictly stems, they're singing over the track. It's almost like when a DJ, and I say DJ meaning an artist from like one of these places come with a DJ and not the band, right? There's a difference when the artist travel with the band versus when they travel with a DJ. You understand the richness in the music, right? When artists have live instruments versus they're playing the studio recorded version of the instrumental. Smarlax basically did that, and I mean, I get it. They probably didn't get the whole band to go, so you know, I'm pretty sure there's
No,
ways
no, no, no,
around
no,
that.
no, 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 no. Only
The
one
whole
man know
band
it.
went.
Yeah, only one man know it. Only one man know it.
Oh, Mr.
Um,
Oh,
um,
pull me up is right.
I'll tell you. And Renwick just said something right here. He feel Jazzbo was there to play mother song. I am going to tell you that that is not true. I do not believe so. I don't feel so. I feel like they would have still performed the same way that they perform. I think that they had a game plan going in. I think they executed the game plan.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, one of the things is to it, as musicians, you fear rejection, and
yeah.
you don't know what the crowd reaction going to be to your music, so you have a fear. Whereas it's easier to play somebody else's music that we know is, you know,
Pop,
it's like back in the day,
popping.
right? When back in the day, I remember some years back when I was playing music, and we went to St. Martin, and you know, we had a set lineup, you know, we had a whole lineup. We gonna play this, and out of nowhere, the man say, "Hey, in the event we ain't get the crowd to move, skip these four songs and go to music from the VA right away."
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like in every set there's always a plan that you could work, right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I feel like they executed their plan the way they wanted to. I was just disappointed in the performance.
Mm.
I feel just the fact that they went out to go play everybody music. Because once you play a song like Palance, people gonna move.
They
You play a
move.
song like Death Beats Carnival, you play a song like Dexter, Bonnie and Clyde, you play Rupee Jump. These are songs that people already know. People gonna move because
Yeah.
they're popular songs. But you don't hire me to play them on music. If you wanted them on music,
Sweet.
you could hire them.
I,
No,
and
so the Sweet Caroline, they because it's their version of Sweet Caroline,
yeah,
and you know that you get a reaction from that. I like that.
he
I
went in.
like
He
that.
went
And
in.
then
He went in. He went in.
what's about it? Them man perform
Yeah.
Sweet Caroline the best.
Yeah.
That's the
Ho-
song
hold
they
on.
performed the best in the whole performance. Sweet Caroline. That was
Hold, hold on. Again, Nana, shout out to you. Yeah, they had the crowd, and we highlighted that. They had a great crowd reaction. We also said, though, that because they're in Belgium, they had a perfect opportunity because the crowd was reacting probably mostly to their rhythm to display Smarlax music, SKN music, like Sugar Band. Sugar Band got hits. Grandmasters got hits. Smarlax got hits. Smarlax is the sweetest band in the world and can't play their own music on a large.
sweetest DJ.
They were like a DJ. They were actually selecting tunes and they sang it. And that's it. And that's where DJ come from. Because if you go back to the history of DJ and MC and hip hop, you used to have a man behind there and they used to like talk and a beat. And it's basically what they did. And they became singers, they became artists, they became DJs. It's the trend, right? So yeah, shout out to Smarlax. They did their thing. They did their thing. They went on the stage, they get the crowd reaction, the security guard and all been a move and a dance. And big
Hey,
up.
listen, he had a part,
You know?
right? The man play back shot. The man play back shot, right?
Yeah.
And them actually said at the stage, you had this girl in a gray, I want to say it's like gray dress. I'm in a bodysuit. And she started to bend over and she started to walk up, right? And I watched the security guard. But the security guard looked like he had on a tail jacket, but he wanted to go, he wanted to go. Listen, he looked over 5 times. He peeped. I say, yo, security guard understand how you feel.
Yeah,
You know
under
what I mean?
pressure.
But that's really the only thing about Smarlax.
Yeah, under pressure.
I wish they would have performed their own music. The look
What-
is a good look. Making it to that part of the world stage is definitely a good look. When you make it to that side of the world stage, you know what I mean? You got to take advantage of the opportunity. Opportunity and come back ain't really gonna guarantee to come out anytime soon.
And I don't want people to feel like we're trying to diss Smarlax. What we're trying to say here is Smarlax, you got it. You got it. You could play your own music and get that same reaction there. I promise you that. I promise you, you don't have to be afraid. You need the confidence. Walk with your chest up high and play your own music. That's what we are saying. You got it.
That same event, they had Signal Band on it. I think it was last year. Signal Band out of Jamaica. And them I went down play all Booyah, yeah. And in the Booyah music, them man speak Creole and Patois in the music. So no, we know for a fact them man train a set of different languages in there, And you know what them man do? Them man stick to their own music. And of course they react. Because even though I don't know the lyrics and I don't know what I'm saying, the music sweet. I could dance to sweet music. Listen, nobody love compa music more than me. I dance to compa. When Caribbean and kind of song they play, I don't know what I'm saying here, my boy. I don't know what I'm saying. I have no idea what I'm saying.
No idea.
Yo, the music sweet.
No idea what they're saying.
You know what I have no idea what I'm saying. But I know that the music song good, and because the music song good, I am there.
Okay, so all we want to do is encourage the Smarlax band and any band from St. Kitts and Nevis. Once you go out there, you're holding the St. Kitts and Nevis flag, you're jumping in front, you feel proud of your country, you also feel proud of your music. Play your own music. Don't worry about it. You can do it. You got it. Your music could compete with anything out there, right? Anything out there. You just got to do it. And sometimes, if you got to play it a little slower, play it a little slower so that you could understand. But you got it. Go ahead, Dries.
I'll make a point, when you go to those kind of festivals, a lot of people that be high. And the music will feel like techno. All music
Yeah,
will
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like techno to them. So they're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah.
party.
They can party. They can party.
They're gonna party. You know. So it's just something we have to consider going forward. I know that they and some farmer over tour right now. I think they should be in the UK coming up, and then they should end up in I think some of them gonna end up in New York at some point or whatever. You know what I mean? But just my advice to Smash is to keep doing what you're doing. You played, you got a good crowd reaction. I may feel different than how somebody else feels. So make up yourself, you made it to where you needed to make it to. So listen to Smart Axiom still.
Yep, for sure. Live, you know. Reese could say keep doing what you're doing. Keep playing the music the way how you're playing the music, but play your music. Because you're the sweetest band in the world. And you need to stand on that. Stand
But
on that.
at least you just said something that way. I won't never listen no more than band don't practice way. Never
Not
listen
the
to that way.
problem, right? I
I
guess
won't
not the
never
problem.
never listen that most of them don't practice way. The man we practice the week before music first. And the man we practice the week before carnival land, but that's about all the practice you won't get. But
Yeah.
anyway, Ira, next topic, good
Yeah.
up.
I don't know what showing of the Olympics this was, but we had an Olympics, over in Paris, you know, and it came with a lot of controversy. But I always enjoy the Olympics. We had some sweet events. I just want to shout out to Ira, because Ira and Reese was here doing a show on the Olympics, and Ira told Reese, "Yo, keep your eyes on that young lady from St. Lucia, Julian Alfred." And Reese was like, "Bye, man, watching she ain't nothing." And I said, "Bye, Reese, she doing things." And Reese was like, "Bye, talk. I ain't got no time for she." Basically, I said, "Reese, she doing things. We got to show her out." And we said, "We can see." And guess what we did? See, we saw. See, we saw. You check? There was no there was no Shakari Richardson in the front. There was no Shelly Ann Fraser in the front. There was no Sharika Jackson in the front. There was no I can't even remember anybody else. All I could remember was Julian Alfred in the front. 100-meter dash. Women. Big up to St. Lucia on their first gold medal and their first medal. First medal is gold. Second medal is silver. She went and she did she thing in the 200 meters. Boom shot. I want to start on a positive note. Julian Alfred of St. Lucia, you did your thing. You know what I'm saying? You went there and you showed them what you had. St. Lucia probably hype. St. Lucia probably hype. Shout out to St. Lucia. We can let Reese talk. I'm going to let Reese come in. Reese can come in now. He coming in second, third, fourth, fifth. I don't even know. I don't even know if Reese win any race in the Olympics. Reese, you win any? You had any callings in you win anything in the Olympics?
But listen, this Olympics was a disgrace, first of all. Right?
Oh,
Everything from
here
the
we
opening
go.
ceremony, everything with the opening ceremony done was a disgrace. I think the best part
I
of the
did.
Olympics was the gymnastics. The gymnastics competition where you're seeing other countries actually came forward. And the swimming, I like the swimming too. But from the marking of the last supper, I matter of fact, let me tell you where the disgrace started. Jamaica went with a contingency of about 70 people. Jamaica was told that they only could have had 40 people from their contingency representing them in the opening ceremony and the boat. But then you see America with 600 and something people and all they got their own boat. So why is it that we're gonna allow America to have all the people, but the small little Caribbean country, we tell them, yo, everybody that you got represented, you can't be on your boat. France again had their own boat. A bunch of people again. But the small island, them, you know what I mean? You had some boat that had 3 and 4 island and countries on it, but then you want to tell these smaller places, yo, your whole contingency can't go. So that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Then We're going to pray again now. So you talk about the Julian Alfred. So we're going to attack the Julian Alfred situation early.
Attack. No. Address.
No, we're going to attack it. We're going to attack it.
No, we ain't attacking Julian Alfred. You need to put Julian Alfred alone.
No, because there's a whole situation. You're not going to just make it seem like it's an isolated thing that she win the race. You have to speak about
She
what
win
led
the
up to
race.
everything.
She win the
We're going to
race.
speak about everything. Listen, we're going to speak about everything that led up to everything. So here we are now.
Here we go. What ifs?
There is the Olympic Village that is recommended for the athletes to stay in. But then you have some individuals who are in a much better financial situation that they don't have to stay in the Olympic Village. It's just they made the makeup of the beds that they had in the Olympic Village. They were on cardboard frames. You're gonna tell me you have made it this far in this sport to sleep on a cardboard frame? No. Right? So we're not do that. Sorry guys, my daughter come here, come here.
That's love.
Right? So you're gonna tell me that you're gonna put professional athletes in a little village to sleep together on a cardboard frame bed, a cardboard bed frame? It's foolishness. So some athletes would have slept in their own hotel, they would have booked their own hotel, blah blah. You know, some people been in the discipline for X amount of time, so they got a little bit of money. Two of those individuals were Shelly and Fraser Price and Sha'Carri Richardson. They decided not to stay in the Olympic Village. We're going into the semi-finals and going into the finals, and for whatever reason they decided to change the rules. So the entry point that they would have used, they turn and tell them, yo, you can't come to the entry point there. Okay. Then instead of providing like some kind of transport or anything, instead of providing some form of transport, a little golf cart or something, they tell them you got to walk all the way over yonder to the security, then come back through, then to go walk down to the plastic shop, and everything's supposed to be cool. No. And but Shelly pull out, and Shelly tell everybody she had a hamstring injury. And then some people feel like she really just pulled out because she didn't want to work and she was just fed up. Sha'Carri was upset, very upset, and it was so upsetting to Sha'Carri that the race was run. She came second. The young lady for the US came third as well. And at the press conference where 1, 2, and 3 supposed to show up, only Julian Alfred showed up. Everybody was upset. Would you have been upset as well, Lara?
Make your point.
No, because it's foolishness, right? You can't alter everything and then don't feel you're gonna take a toll on us, right? So that's foolishness. That's horrible by the Olympic Committee. And instead of you make the change, they protest the change that you made. Instead of pushing at the event, so everybody could catch yourself. You say no, we're gonna win it at the same time. So everybody's upset. That's really why Shelly and pull out. So I feel like the race should have been pushed back to give everybody ample time to get themselves together. Don't tell me I got to walk 2.5 miles to go get ready for a race. My legs won't be tired. So the Olympic Committee failed the athletes. And they failed the athletes because what? They got a little bit of money so they could stay in their own hotel? The designated entry area that you set for me. So I booked my hotel based on where I could get in. You want to change it and then tell me no vehicles allowed to drive up there, so you got to walk? What we talking about? We just change rules because what? It's convenient? Or no, sorry, because you feel like a France one would have made it in the finals, but you know if Sha'Carri and Shelly in the race, that the chances are less. It's a sabotage move. Everybody was supposed to protest these things. But only Sha'Carri say, yo, I ain't dealing with this. Shelly say, yo, this is my 20th, this is my 5th Olympics. Me ain't dealing with this. What are we doing? So the Olympic Committee failed the athletes. They failed the athletes.
Yes. Okay. But Julian Fraser still him and Julian Fraser now. You got me. I think more Shelly and beautiful Shelly and but Julian Alfred
Stayed in the
still
stayed in
did
the
hurt.
Olympic Village. Stayed in the
Still
Olympic
did hurt.
Village.
Well, she
Wasn't
did her thing, right? So
wasn't
you got to
beneficial.
be in it. First of
No,
all,
no,
you got to be in
she
it to
win.
win
No,
it. You got to
she
be in it to
win.
win it, bro. You got to be in it to win
Listen,
it.
she win,
And
and they need to
you,
build a stadium. They need to build a
yeah,
stadium in 6 months in Shinim. They need to build a stadium in Shinim. And if the way how she run, how fast she run, if St. Lucia are the next runway to the airport, that need to be called the Julian Fraser landing strip.
no, no,
Yeah,
no, no. Alfred.
Julian Alfred, sorry, she
Yeah, yeah,
deserved
yeah.
that.
We are thinking about Shelly and you know. Um, let's go back a little bit. I don't know. Maybe that would have changed the outcome, but we don't know, right? Maybe the outcome would have been the same. Maybe Shakari Richardson might not have been in the finals. Maybe Julian Fraser would have still hear me Fraser. Why are we calling this lady Julian Fraser, bro? Julian Alfred might have still been the champion. In that semi-final, it would have been Julian Alfred versus Shakari Richardson versus Shelly and Fraser Price, right? We might not have seen one of those three. We can get to that. We might not have seen one of those three in the finals. I feel like Junior Alfred would have still been in the finals.
No,
So
she would have
I'm
still been in
just
the finals.
gonna,
No,
yeah,
she would have still been in the finals.
yeah.
We're not questioning that.
So
She would have still been in the finals.
so I don't know how much, but like you said, the Olympics need to get this stuff together. You started out with the Machina the last supper. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the closing or the opening ceremony. I ain't got time for that. I only got time for races and events. Shot put. I see that lady over there from Germany. She win gold. She looked totally different to everybody else who been a the shot put. The fella from Jamaica, he did silver. You know, on some slippery ass floors too, Reese. The ground was slippery. That was something that oh my gosh, bro. They should have been drying up the floor. Nobody should be turning around and trying a shot put a disc. I think it was shot put. They were trying on a wet surface. They had to spin in a circle. That's crazy. I would have gotten injured.
And here's the other part about it too, right? So let's talk about the shot put situation there. The first two rounds was done on a dry surface, and then the rain started. The rain started to fall. One of the best throws was actually done on the dry surface. Huh? It's like so many different things that should have been done. Like the one hand gunman from Turkey. Yeah, the one hand gun. Yeah. You're talking about but yeah. I mean, I think like there was so many different things that should have been done, so many different things that should have been taken care of that weren't taken care of, that put everything in a kind of messed up situation.
There was a lot. There was some issues there. With the issue with the bronze medal in the gymnastics, with the late appeal, the issue with the photo finish of decision between the 100-meter dash in the males 100. I mean, they need to get their stuff together.
The decision with the males 100, the race speaking of between Lower Lyles and Kishan Thompson. Their name Thompson or Thomas? Remember?
Right.
But Kishan.
Kishan.
But
Kishan, yeah.
I don't have an issue with what they said about Kishan, They give Kishan the second, nobody first. My issue is not with the Olympic Committee at that point. My issue was with the Jamaican contingency who refused to protest the results. You had 30 minutes. You have up until 30 minutes after the race to contest the results. Because I remember as the race done, I tell you, if I'm Kishan, I ain't sharing out to the middle ceremony. I protested this.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you had 30 minutes. I said this right after the race. You got to contest this. Right after the race, then I tell you, that gotta be contested. Check. That man ain't contested. That man was supposed to contest that. They were supposed to contest that. They did not contest it. So I feel the Jamaican Track and Field Association, who would have been up there representing that at least, they feel Kishian. They failed him.
Yeah, we should send some people go learn to shoot for real. Oh, I thought it was shot put, shoot for real with a legitimacy. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, not that. That's wild.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to send man to go shoot. I mean, but you know, what I mean, it's a valid skill.
They
I
probably
support.
can send like soldiers and stuff. I mean, you know.
I mean, the one hand man from Turkey who was shooting was amazing to me. You know, what I mean, and he comes second.
Yeah.
You know, and the man is when everybody else is out there with the professional stance and they got Ray. This man just got his hand barrel straight down and it's cacao. The man do his thing.
Yeah, I need
The
to go
man,
watch the performance there.
the
But I
one hand
wasn't
shoot
recording that.
the one hand shoot out the Turkey, you have to big him up.
I wasn't recording that. Yeah. So, you know, with the Kashane thing and the no oil thing, yeah, they should have definitely protested that. You know, the first thing you realize is the two of them at the same time. Right? If there's a difference between first and second, then they should show the full time, right? They should show it to the thousandths of a second, but they don't do that. Not for medal. They do it for placement, they do it for lane assignment, they do it for progression through the rounds because they need to make that decision. But at the end of it, a matter of fact, they only go to the hundreds for medal when they have a photo finish system. So if you don't have a photo finish system, you gotta stop at the tenths. You see what I'm saying?
No, I
No,
agree.
when you got the photo finish system, you go to the hundreds for the medal. But Jamaican, for some reason, they didn't do it. It repeated itself again in the 110 hurdles. You know, they lost the silver medal by 3 thousandths of a second. Yeah, 3 thousandths of a second. And people legitly telling me they could see the difference between two people of 3 thousandths of a second and 5 thousandths of a second. I'm like, that's just angles, bro. That's literally just angles. Because that is so close. I don't even know if he could blink.
I saw a difference.
I don't even know if he could blink that fast. What's your reaction time? You're faster than a certain reaction time? I mean, you jump the gun if you release your foot off the pressure plate faster than a certain time, right? What's that reaction time? I don't know what it is.
I don't know the reaction time, but the truth is, I feel like you know, and I know you know that I said it off rip that if I was Kishi and I contested it,
Yeah.
that's the first time I contested it off rip. Matter of fact, I said that he shouldn't even show up to get him medal.
Well,
That should have
the
been a
man will take
problem.
the medal. Well, the
But
world's
you know,
next year's.
but he was failed. He was failed by his track and field association. So can't blame it on him. They chose not to protest on his behalf.
The world's next
Um,
year. So let's see
all
what
I'm
happens.
saying, them man is shooting BB guns and air guns. Listen, once you learn to shoot, eh? And once you learn to shoot. Whatever that man learn on a BB gun and an air gun can translate to a Glock and a SIG.
The requirement be the same. The other thing was the 200 meters. The
No,
winner,
Alliance 200 meters?
yeah, the favorite didn't win.
Um, no, Alliance only 200 meters. Let's talk about it. Loser, all like I would lose our seat and go court. Okay.
No, we would have contest right then and there at the time. Reese done me and Reese on the phone 5 seconds after the race, we said contest. We would have been within time. We would not wait after the time period. But Noah
Yeah.
Lyles,
No, like
he
the
didn't
200
win.
meters. I was happy that he lost. I really thought that he would have won. He was the clear-cut favorite.
Yeah,
Tobago was favored to place, but not to win. But
yeah,
then when you hear when you listen to Tobago's story of how he has navigated this track season, losing his mother during this year and blah blah blah. And I mean, I was happy that he was able to get something. I thought he'd have placed in 100. He didn't.
me too.
Hadn't beaten Fred Gurley, Fred Curley, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Fred came third. But
yeah,
the race that he ran in the 200 was an amazing race. He ran strong, good form, and no lives come done.
yeah.
Right? Noah lives lose to Kung Fu Kenny. Kung Fu Kenny had a lot to say about Noah leading into the race.
Yeah.
Noah had a lot to say about him, and Kung Fu Kenny was answering. You know what I mean? He didn't back down. Kung Fu Kenny was not the agitator in the situation, but with that being said, he was responding definitely to what Noah was saying about him and to him. But I think that Noah coming to and Noah having the perfect story at the end was amazing. Because suddenly he come turn and suddenly he got COVID. But leading into the race, when they announced Noah Lyles is on the track, jumping and running and everything. He was healthy then. He was good. COVID not attack him then. But 21 seconds later, he got COVID. No. My
Do you
bullshit
answer the
meter
man that had COVID?
I tell you he had COVID. I tell you my bullshit meter says something going on.
Oh,
Me tell you he
speak
had
to me.
COVID. But you ain't gonna tell me you got COVID. You going into what could be the biggest race of your life, and you gonna expend all the energy. You just want to make it. You just want to run and done. He spent easily about 110 meters worth of energy jumping up and down. Yeah. All right. He learned a lesson. I don't
Well,
feel. I don't feel sorry for him.
he said he's run feeling worse than that.
Okay, it's
We gotta
cool.
remember that. So maybe he just felt like he could do it, but that just showed the lack of respect he had for the other his competitors. You know what I mean? You're talking about the Olympics. You just barely won the 100 meters. So calm down, sir. Calm down, right? So if you know you don't feel 100%, like we say, you gotta take it calm. Do a little something, but don't jump from grass to pitch and run down and run behind thing and whatever. I get it, Tyron. He was trying to hype himself up. That's Noah Lyles. That's how he do it. But it's a different circumstance. He need to conserve energy. He needed to
So,
conserve energy.
so here's the thing. Huh? He said he has run feeling worse than that. When he ran feeling worse than that, he won. He won the race that he would have run in. Yeah, not that he wasn't feeling good, but no, he lose. No, he lose, and he got beat handsomely. Yeah, COVID.
Yeah, I think that was a little dramatic what he did.
He was in the tunnel. He was in the tunnel with all the other athletes because he was in the car room. Sorry, they call it tunnel. He was in the car room with all the other athletes preparing to come out on the track. They had them lined up, going based on lane assignments. Everybody standing up together. He ain't
Yeah,
got a mask on. He ain't got a mask
he
on.
did. He should have been wearing a mask then.
But now you lose your post race interview. You got a mask.
Yeah.
You by yourself. You and the reporter, you got a mask. But when you're in the car room with all these other athletes, you got a mask. But now you lose, you got a mask.
Crazy. I know that was that was in the interview, right? But the lying on the ground and need water, to me it was like theater. I saw a good performance there. A little extra. I'm not gonna say he didn't feel well, but I know he put it on a little extra. He put a little extra sauce on it to sell the story. because he still looks like a hero. You know, he went out and he had COVID and he was able to run and still get a bronze. You know, and then shortly after that, I saw him in an interview. He looked fine. You know, he said, "Yeah, I finally didn't test positive for COVID." But that was after the 100 meters. I guess he couldn't do that. He couldn't go run the 100 meters after that because if he looks good in the 100 meters, then this 200 meters, he get questioned.
Hey, listen.
I think he had COVID too.
Hey, listen. No, listen. Me, whatever he like, yeah. My thing is, you selling me a story. No, T. Labert said Noah Lyles is a world champion. How many of you can say that? I can't say that. I'm not the world champion or nothing. Black people just love to put other black people down. Why is it anytime you say something about somebody, you're putting them down?
I don't know. I don't know. You
Like
see, you can't be objective.
anytime we don't necessarily agree on something, you're putting somebody down.
We ain't saying
I
nothing
don't
bad about
understand.
it.
Like
He was. I think Noah Lyles
being
is disrespectful. I'm
there's
putting
no
him down
person
on that.
there's no personal attacks or anything. We don't want to get personally. We're speaking of what we see.
What was it? What was it? You know, I mean, even his counterpart had to be like, I don't care what Noah Lyles say. I'm gonna show him. Like Noah Lyles really didn't show his counterparts, his competitors any respect. You know, and it should have some level of respect still. You know, all of them are champions. You know, to be in the Olympic final mean you're a champion. You know, you're just not the champion. You know, and it's no attack
Listen,
to Noah Lyles.
not even to be in the Olympic finals, to be in the Olympics at all. Mean you had to do something great to make it there.
Exactly. To line up
You
for
know what
that
I mean?
first heat.
Because I am not going to make it to the Olympics in my life unless I can be in the stands watching Simone Biles and the French dude. Simone Biles gymnastics and the French dude that break Michael Phelps records swim. You know what I mean? So me, I'm
Reese,
making it to the Olympics.
not even the break dancing, because we gotta touch the break dancing too, you know. We gotta touch the
I
break
can't even
dancing.
make it in that. I can't make it to the
Yeah.
Olympics and I'm perfectly fine.
Look, Reese, for a long time, when I heard breakdancing is a part of the Olympics, I was like, what is this really? But I gotta say hats off. Because when I start looking at the moves what these men doing, the flips, the handstand, it's like gymnastics, it's like a floor routine in gymnastics. It's it's crazy, it's wild. No, no. The lady from Australia, shout out, you know, whatever you were doing. Apparently, anybody who talk about her is misogynistic. You know, it's a problem. You know, because she's only getting that criticism because she's a woman. No, she was horrible. She was terrible. She was terrible. I see it. I watched that performance. That's the only performance I'm seeing, and that is bad because there were actually some good performance. They're making this breakdance in the Olympics look like a joke. Some people already see it as a joke, right? But when I actually saw a good performance, I was like, I understand it. I get why it's an Olympic event now. The athleticism that it takes to do that break dancing, those spin, those handstand, those flips, all of that in 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 like
Listen,
coordinated. It's
So,
amazing.
so I'm going to tell you something about the break dancing. So, like gymnastics, like you said, like gymnastics, right?
Mm,
Gymnastics, they practice the full routine. They know what song they're going out to, they know everything. I watch a little bit of break dancing and I heard the commentator say
yeah,
that these individuals don't know what song they're going to be dancing to. The DJ pick a song randomly.
yeah. They're
So
freestyling.
for now them to go out with no preparation to whatever song you're gonna be, yeah, and still be able to do these things. I watch some of them when they jump on their hand and their hand kind of bend. I say, oh, maybe it's what I done buck, yeah.
Crazy. Crazy.
Them man and they head me by like I think the Jamaicans and should have seen somebody the amount of people they see on their head and then Jamaica to go on their head too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yo,
Jamaica should have been sending somebody for that.
it might have been a joke however it is to some people, but them people who went out to go to them break dancing, enough respect to them.
Yes,
Enough respect
bro.
to them.
And you know, I hope to see it again, in the Olympics. I hope to see it again right here in LA, you know. NBA overhype. I gotta understand the comment there, Tyrion.
No. I think he's speaking about what Noah Lyles would have said to the NBA players. So when Noah Lyles won the World Championships, and I mean, he had a whole press conference and he was speaking about the NBA and how the NBA championship is considered the NBA champs of the world, and then he was like, NBA champs of the United States. That's not the world, however it is. That's, what I mean. So
Yeah.
you kind of call out.
Yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, his statement wasn't wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
but he got a lot of attention for it. A lot of the guys from the NBA came out and attacked him. But in all honesty, I agree with him. It's just like you look at EPL, Premier League. Even though you win Premier League, Man City win Premier League, they ain't gonna say we are world champions. You know what I mean? World champions is who win the World Cup.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're going at. I mean, the NBA do have the best players in the world, but is the World Championship? It's really not.
Yeah.
But big up to everybody that participated in the Olympics, man. Big up to everybody.
I would look at it from this standpoint, right? When it comes to the NBA and America on a whole, the NBA is not locked from the world. You have the greatest players in the world. They come to the NBA to play, right? Now, okay, let's skip the NBA for a while. I want to bring in a different example. I want to bring in the World Series. That's baseball. America, cut that shit out, because guess what? When America goes to play in any baseball league, America is not winning. You got these Hispanic countries right here in this hemisphere banging America. Japan is better. You know what I mean? But when it comes to basketball, America has always been on top. So if they have a league with their greatest players, I think they could call themselves the world champions, because they are the world champions. I'm just saying this is another
Premier League.
Premier
League is the best football league. Huh?
Not necessarily, because guess what happens, right? Hold on. Who are the championship when it comes to UEFA Champions League for Europe?
Say it again. When it comes to what?
The Europe, because remember the Premier League. No, hold on. The most winning team in Europe is not a Premier League team, bro. So you have to look at La Liga, right? You have La Liga.
No, but listen. But even if it's a La Liga, even if it's a Serie A, whatever you want to say, they still not considered the world champions, because the world champions only come from the World Cup.
Yeah,
no matter how great the league is.
No,
so
the difference.
The NBA should not consider the world champions.
The difference in what I'm pointing out here is that Brazil has won a significant amount of World Cups too. So no team in Europe could say we are the champions of the world. America don't lose when it comes to basketball, Reese. They don't lose. They're like, when it comes to America and the gold medal, they're doing it. They're hitting the gold medal. That's the thing. If they're going to FIBA, they're going and they're hitting FIBA with the thing. America is the top country when it comes to basketball.
Don't America lose.
They're not, I think they lose 1 year.
This team came together because they lost FIBA.
Yeah, they lost 1 year.
But LeBron and KD and Steph came together for this team because they lost FIBA.
Yeah. I just could see a way that they could say, yeah, we're the world champions. Because if you don't believe it, step up.
Something else is said here too. Renwick said people balling that the NBA players should stop trolling Noah. Lyles when he started. Listen, don't disturb my peace, and I won't disturb your peace.
Boy.
I am with the NBA players. I would have been in the ear.
Boy.
I might have take out a billboard in Times Square and put it up.
They got enough sayings to warn him. If you
I
live in a glass house, don't throw stones, bro.
I would have
Leave those
dropped a
stones.
Kendrick Lamar quote and he don't tell no lies about me and I won't tell the truth for you. Listen, I had to create videos. I had to create videos showing. I had like a phone, and I had to save a number as no lives, and then the ringtone would have been dun 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 dun. They're not like us. They're not. Yeah. I had a trolling game on fire.
Yeah,
Matter of
yeah.
fact, you live in Claremont, Florida, then you just get on them plane. And pull the banana on the back. I fly
Yeah.
over your house and said they're not like us. Yeah. That's what the man need to do.
Over in our
It's
house,
supposed to.
a little thing. No, man, it's all
Yeah,
fun and games. That man
I
just having
support
fun, I
you.
think, at the end of the day. At the end of the day, they're having fun. And it actually helps Noah, you know, so people could say what they want. Like, you have like all these different stars pointing to you. People gonna look at you. It helps him. They're probably already laughing about it. Yeah, bro, that sneaker deal can come down. Alan done mentioned that when that sneaker deal come down, you don't know how that gonna look. No, I really want a sneaker deal though. He ain't want a spikes deal. He want a sneaker deal. I already heard him
I
say
mean,
that.
that's really the goal, right? You know,
Yeah.
the sneaker deal. Oh, you know, one more thing we didn't touch on in the Olympics.
Well,
The mix 400. The mix 400 really.
oh
Did
yeah,
you watch that?
yeah. The finals,
So USA broke the record in the semis,
semi-finals. Yeah.
and then they lost the race in the finals because Femke Bol came in and gave a valiant ankle leg. With that being said, America is America for all the loser. America did not run their best athletes in the 400 in that race. Sidney McLaughlin didn't run. Um, oh shoot, what the 400? What the 400 winner name? Quincy.
Quincy
Quincy
Hall.
didn't run. Quincy Hall
Quincy
didn't
Hall.
run. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Quincy Hall didn't run. Not even the young Quincy didn't run either. Like the best athletes that they had at the 400 athletes, they didn't run them.
True.
They ran a bunch
True.
of replacement athletes. You can imagine what that time would have been had they ran their best, had they let Sidney McLaughlin anchor that leg instead of the young 21 year old.
Well, it could have been. It takes a lot, right? And maybe she didn't want to because she was focused on her hurdles. Good night, Iona. And her being focused on hurdles, she didn't. Hurdles, dang. Anyway, her focus on her hurdles, she didn't even run the 400-meter herself, right? You like, I think somebody questioned it. I don't remember if it was Chevelle. Shout out to my beautiful wife. If she was the one that said, why she didn't run the 400 meters, you know, but I think
Well,
somebody responded that she go ahead.
she really don't run the 400 meters on a regular. She really focus on the hurdles, honestly. But when you look at the 4x4 leg that she ran the fast. She had the fastest split in the entire race.
Yeah.
Yo, like
I think she
America
can be
cannot score the
running
ball.
that. I think she can be running that next time around. I don't know. How old is she?
I think she got one more. She got one more good
She got one more going
good
there?
Olympics in the tank. She got one more good
Okay.
Olympics in the tank. And I
Yeah.
and I think a lot of them who would have probably retired at this juncture, I think because the next Olympics is going to be in the US. I think they're going to hold on just for that.
Then I go travel, then I go do a lot of things. Look at it this way too. I want to shout out Tia Clayton. You know, yeah, you didn't place in the 100-meter. You're young, and you just need to continue work on your grind. You're gonna make it. They're gonna be saying you're an Olympic champion if you continue on your grind. Because if you start looking at the line and the list and you start cutting away the ages between there, you know, she, people are retire. So
Yeah,
Tia Clayton,
some people,
yeah,
so
she
you're
young,
right.
she young, she early in this spot. Yeah, I mean,
She got time to build.
Tobago is only 21. Remember that. So in the next 4 years, he gonna be 25. I think is that like premiers basically 25 and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, so we could expect greater things from Tobago as well. I don't know how Noah Lyles is, but this was. I
Well,
think this was his year. I think this was his year.
so when Rick said that
He
Tia
flipped.
slipped at the start. Remember the track was
Okay.
wet. Remember again when they started to, and I tell you, yo, these ways need to be pushed back. You can't have me. You can't have anybody. You can't have a world event. The finals are no wet track.
Yeah, it's French dropped the ball on that. Paris dropped the ball on that. They
You can't tell me you have you have a finals, a medal deciding event, and no wet track. I disagree with that.
they put a lot of athletes' health at risk, and that wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough.
Oh, and
Reese, we got
I,
uh,
I don't remember the youngster
Sudan.
name, but there was a
Uh,
youngster from Nevis that went. There's a youngster from Nevis
oh,
that went to
Try
the swim.
Nisbet. Try Nisbet. 15, 16
Big
years
up,
old. Shout out to him. What are
big
we
up, big
doing,
up,
man?
big up, big up,
What are
big
we
up.
doing,
You know,
bro? Oh,
big up,
jeez, man. How can we not?
big up, big up, big
What?
up, big up, big up, big up.
Wow,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
Bro,
The
bro,
the
bro,
guy
bro, bro, bro.
the guy went out, he did his thing. Um, for a lot of us is all about placement, but when you look at the specifications of the pools that he swam in and realize that we have nothing that matches that. We don't have any of those training facilities. You know what I mean? He had to learn to swim at this level at the beach, swimming against the waves. Big up to the youngster. I hope he
Bro,
keep it up, keep going forward. You know what I mean? Valiant effort, For some people it's a scary experience, you know what I mean? He went out there and he swam in a pool with some grown man who in size 26 shoes, you know what I mean? And he went out there and he gave his all. So big up,
right?
big up, big up. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't win, you didn't place, you're winning in my eyes. Enough respect.
Reese, I'm so happy that you remember that. You know what I mean? And how can we forget? I feel terrible about that. That is a proud moment. You know, for anybody from SKN. 15 years old, the youngest ever SKN Olympian. 15 years old. We have to remember, he's just starting. Like we say, hopefully, he continues. And I just want to shout out to you. Trying his bit. Olympic.
Yeah, man. Big up,
You're
big up, big up, big
young
up,
champion. Young champion.
big
Young
up, big
champion.
up yourself, big up yourself, big up yourself. You know what I mean? And
Young champion.
listen, the man just starting out. When they say the sky is the limit, this is one the thing that we talk about. The sky is the limit. You know what I mean? The sky is the
15.
limit. Really and truly, we have sent track and field stars, we have sent people out there to but to see somebody to go out there to go swim in those conditions, knowing that the facilities aren't there for him to prepare,
Yeah.
you can't take it. You know what I mean? The
And,
youngster,
and,
the youngster did his thing.
and he ain't come last either.
No,
So,
he didn't come
watch
last.
that. Yeah.
No, he,
So, everybody
he didn't come
believe it.
last. He has a lot. He
He,
has a lot to build on. You know what I mean?
he,
Um,
yeah.
ultimately, I think that once he's of age, he probably migrate to the United States and join a college team and get proper
Yeah.
training, get proper farm, get proper facilities,
Bro,
and he could
at
he could
this
go far
age,
from there.
shout out to him and his parents. Yeah.
You know,
Reese, we got to shift gears, you know.
Are you ready?
Hey, Reese, you ever see that graphic art before? Huh?
what happened to you? What
Reese, you ever see
happened?
that graphic art? Hold on, people. Let's go into C50.
Nova Band is back. Feel the vibration, feel the pulsation. Nova back in action.
Oh, Ray, we want to shout out the Casanova band for getting the road march. I'm going to start right with that. I ain't even going to waste no time because we got a little bit of time left back on this show. Starting out with the Casanova band, winning the road march. Look here, us here at Real Entertainment Network, in particular, Real Talk Corner, did a top 20 show. Yeah, it was controversial, but whatever. This song didn't make it. Look at us. Look how we feel. We can't even pick the road march song. You know what I mean? We can't even pick the road march song. But that was Legacy by Casanova. Sound like Code Red to me. You know what I mean? So I don't know how much you score upon originality. And when it comes to popularity, I don't know how much he scored on that either. But anyway, they won the road match. So I want to say shout out to Casanova band. Um, one of the oldest bands in the federation. You've been doing the long jam. You're the originator of the long jam. I guess the core band has perfected it. Congrats on your championship.
Oh, I mean, a real man. Jesus Christ.
Mic is yours. The mic is yours.
Okay, boom. My boy Renzo hit me, so let me attack him now. The fact that Reese did not see this coming is crazy. I did not see it coming because nobody know this damn song. I refuse to be entertained by the foolishness that you have experienced right now. Nobody know this song. Okay? Let me tell you, I have watched. Matter of fact, I have gambled on road matches and all.
Yeah.
Right? I so good when it comes to the road match, freaking thing that when this song release, I tell her, hey, you see that one there? That's the road match.
Road match.
And I don't want to say, oh, I say, oh, listen to me. That's the road match. I know, I tell you. My road match was on road. That's what I had as road match. Okay.
Road walk up.
Casanova come through. Casanova win road match. I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, sometimes you got some things called bailout, and things a little bit and we're not sure how we're gonna go. So we're gonna try a little bailout in it too. To try everything out. And I feel that's what happened.
Wait, explain that.
I feel because let me tell you something, okay? We're gonna go back. There are some times, right, when things tight, the numbers looking tight, everything looking tight, there's no clear cut winner.
Okay.
And sometimes we just throw something and decide to ease off the pressure. Because you don't want to get to A, you don't want to get to B because you might end up in a little back and forth, right? You don't want to get to core with 50 with fresh. Okay, cool. You don't want to get to RSC with World World Cup. Okay, cool, because them they kind of close. So we're gonna try it out. We get Casanova. When you get Casanova, everybody gonna cost, but you don't get too big.
Okay.
It's not the first time happening. Yeah, they care about it. I tell you, listen, it is not the first time that this is some Code Red beat working on a body. Code Red beat working on a body. Working on a body is a top 3 song in the Federation of St. Kitts Neighbors. Walking on a Body is a certified hit of St. Kitts Neighbors. Hit. I done in Trinidad in 2010 and you know what play? Walking on a Body. Never hear Code Red outside our neighbors. But what we're gonna do is to ease off the pressure, we're gonna try it that way. It happen, it's a regular thing. There's enough times it happen, we just didn't realize. I could tell I about 5 times, I saw I know that it happened for sure.
Yeah.
I could tell you about I give you a good example. Ultimate win a road match. When Ultimate struggled to get on the road a year. When Toolsman and Iron Jam.
Toolsman taking no money land.
The man say, Ultimate, take that one there. So Code Red working on a body. Code Red beating working on a body was robbery. Oh, okay.
Code Red. I mean, they did that one. That song won the year when he had like violence, right? No, I think about ultrasound. Forget it, bro. Anyway, we gotta shout out the champions of the road.
Ian, just say I am in Neil so weak and just saw this song that is in road match. I tell her nobody know this song.
So Corner win a road match like I saw last year, road match. When I played the road match song for my wife this year, she said she never heard that song there before. So yeah, because nobody ever had heard it until the day he played. And he win road match. So say one, say two. You know what I mean? I don't understand.
Renzo say I need to be a road match judge. Renzo, easy, Renzo.
No, Reese is not going to go based on the way. How you felt about the way how Soca Monarch was judged fairly.
So Monaco difference. Um, there. So before I go to the judging of Soca Monarch, there are things that have to be in place for everything to go correctly. Now, Soca Monarch is more of a theatrical performance, right? You actually go out and you put on a show. So the
Yeah.
first thing that needed to be done for Soca Monarch is there needs to be curtains on the stage. That after everybody perform, we close the curtain. So the next person that's getting ready to perform could set up the set and the whole crowd is not seeing it. You want when the person steps on stage, the artist steps on stage, for there to be a wow factor, right? They, they need to be a wow factor. When you boss it, people got to be like, yo. So I feel like that's one of the things that they need. Um, Delhi would have won, and Delhi really was the best performer tonight. I think that Delhi put the time in into his performance, but some people that went up on stage no really had no put no time in their performance, you know. But Delhi winning the groovy, I totally understand that. I feel that was the right call. I don't feel like everything else was the right call after that. But Delhi winning groovy was the right call, and Russ and Rupert winning power was the right call as well. I feel like
Okay.
Russ them even the win, they left a lot of space where the kid had a bigger and better performance, but they, the decisions were correct.
I thought Packers was gonna win. Um, place. Let's say place. Packers had a great performance as well. I don't know if you saw it.
I thought Pockets would have placed. I thought Ease would have placed.
Yeah, Packers and easy.
Tosti, yes. Tosti and Iban was definitely not in sync. You're totally correct with that, Renzo. I don't know if there was a lack of practice. I don't know what the issue would have been, but there's some things that needs to be put in place for next year and going forward. We need the committee to have deadlines and stick to the deadlines. There's no reason for example, let's use Tosti for example. Tosti releases Soca Monarch tune like a week or Soca Monarch or something like that. Like, there's no reason for that. You know what I mean? I think that
Uh,
there needs to be a hard cutoff date, and we need to stick to the
there
cutoff
was
date.
there was a hard cutoff date,
Yeah, but we
but
didn't stick to it.
they sent in the song, but they just didn't mix them clean.
So then you haven't sent in the song. You're not
That's how
going
I
to tell
feel
me that
too.
you're not going to tell me that an unmixed, unmastered song is sent in. No, that's one.
But
Two.
but
So when they send them, there's a few things they need to send. They need to send cover art for the track. They need to have the stems ready for the band. They need to have a mixed and mastered version. They need to have an instrumental version. These are things that needs to be required by the committee to make sure that we're putting forward the best product.
Reese. So I think in some cases everybody needs the same person to do the mix. You know, I heard the cries of why busy. I heard the cries of why I want to release my song today, but the artwork not done. I've heard that a few times, and I'm not even talking about songs that just it's a rush release. I'm talking about weeks in advance, and it's like just hoping the artwork can be done in time. So these are the gaps. What I will say to those artists though, you have to explore other options. If a man not going to do your artwork in time, Fever is right there. You hit Fever, you go to freelancer, you go to someone else, get somebody else to do your artwork. Don't have no loyalty if the people them not understand respect your work. You have to show a certain level of work ethic if you're gonna deal with me. So let them show you the same level of work ethic. Yeah, that's all, plain and straight.
I get what
Uh,
you're saying, right?
yeah. So
But I
in
am
some
going to
cases, it might
counter.
not have been in the. Yeah, go ahead.
But let me counter your statement. Just so you know,
Yes,
in 2025,
yes.
Juve is going to be on August 4th, and Parade is going to be on August 5th.
Yeah.
I said that to let you know that every year we know when culture will coming, we know what going on. The fact that anybody is in a squeeze for artwork, for mix and master, for recording time, knowing that we know what deadline we're working towards, is mind blowing to me.
Check
Because
Alisa for great artwork.
because August Monday is always the first Monday of August, no matter the year. So we know what we're working towards.
Yeah.
So the excuses of I close on time and no, no, I ain't into that. The other thing is a lot of people look like they cut a lot of corners this year. So many mixes that came on this year were horrible.
Ugh.
Horrible, right? When I tell you horrible, I mean, and I ain't want to bring down nobody so I can point out to who and who and who. But guys, some of the best mixes I hear come out this year. Corey had some clean mixes. Odyssey mix was real good. Some of the projects that West would have worked on, those mixes were real clean. If you want to go down to St. Kitts, Marlax mix that would be real good. Um, I would have said Masters, but Masters mixed by Corey, so same thing. Guys, y'all need to find out from these people who got real good mixes where the mixes come from, right? Understand that when you record a song and you put it out there, that's a representation of you. If you're not going to put forward your best foot, you can't get upset when nobody support you. All right, so if y'all need
Ike.
to reach out, Corey could mix you. Y'all need to call Spain from Odyssey to find out who makes Odyssey. If it's Spain makes Odyssey, whoever. Reach out, start networking and try to find out what's going on. We need the quality of the music to improve.
I need New Wave Band to come up with a better mix next year because the music sweet, but I got a better mix next year. So that's my advice to New Wave Band. I can't, but I understand what you're saying. With that, Reese.
I mean,
What
like for
else?
example, so I'll give you a great example. Now you brought out New Wave. When they release a Naki tune, and I listening to the Naki tune. And I don't know if you remember, I asked Roku, "Hey, that part of this song, he's saying, wait,
Yeah,
yeah."
yeah,
I really asked him to
yeah.
say this. Hey, this mix ain't it. I can't hear what you're saying. Yeah,
He's supposed to be
but
clearer. That should have been more upfront.
I ain't wanted to bring down nobody, rain on nobody parade. But going into 2025, C51. Let's make sure that we put forward our best foot. Waiting until June and July to go studio to go record is a waste of time. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. What Clyde say? Real, Reese, you're right. Got a whole year, so there's no excuse. Yeah, there's no excuse. I always tell people, there's no excuse. You know what I mean? I want to let people know that DNA that win road match in Trinidad was released for Miami Carnival in October. And not only was it released, like 2 weeks after it was released, there was a music video. Just so
Yeah,
y'all
but
understand.
when them man win road match, them man win $700,000 and thing, eh? $700,000. So them man could actually make this thing more of a profession. And I don't know how our artists are gonna be able to escape the hobby, it being a hobby versus it really being a profession. Okay, they have to take a high risk and believe in themselves. So I do agree with you, Reese. They have a year. Come out with your song by January. Uh, even by Carnival. You don't like songs. Then how many times you hear people say, "Bye, we got this song about 2 years now. Bye, we got this song about 3 years now." So some of them got music put out.
So
No,
so the one thing, right? You said, road match, I guess the prize money and stuff, right? Keep in mind that I have been the advocate of 50 for 50. When I say it, everybody thought they were crazy, but I felt that every winner of a major competition should have won 50,000. I feel like if you had put the money up and made the prizes worthwhile, people might have been willing to put money into it.
yeah, because to imagine you only gonna win like what 5,000, 15,000, whatever. Nah, do it. That is not gonna do
right?
it. But I want to shout out Culturama because C50 had a crime free from what I've seen, crime free session. I mean, Culturama done so now things back hot again. But shout out to them for that. Shout out for them.
Um, so one other thing, easy just tune in blessings. One other thing, I want the so I like Renzo asked a question. Renzo say, "What do you want to see for C51? I want to see for C51. I want the cultural committee to understand that while Queen Show is a good show, for years has been your main event for Culturama.
Wet
That the
Fed.
tide has changed. The tide has
Wet,
changed. Fetting is now wow we supporting. We have heard it the last 2 years where it has been said that Wetfit is the biggest money maker.
Wet Fed.
If I am going to come home for Culturama, I don't want to see Queen Show. I don't care who in the Queen Show. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
I want to see Queen Show.
But I will
I
go
love the
party.
ladies.
I will go party. I will go party in the Wetfit, right? And that's for majority of the people that travel. Majority of the people that travel, Queen Show is a local show. If you realize Antigua moved the Queen Show, and like a lot of these countries move the Queen Show, and realize the big weekend we want big bacchanal, not no Queen Show. And then the other thing too, it's one event per night. So if I don't go Queen Show, there's nothing for me to do. If I don't go Calypso Show, there's nothing for me to do. We need to change the mentality. Why are we limiting people? Are we forcing people? Like we heard in cattle, you got to go here. So now the cultural village, the cultural complex is like a pen where you put in all your livestock and your sheep and you go in there. No, let's open it. So me who don't want to go Calypso could go down on the beach and go jump with Odyssey. I don't who don't want to go Queen Show could go Gingerland and go listen to New Vibes and Co. Like open the place, fill up the place. Don't just try to keep everything one. You got to go here. There's nothing to do. If you don't go Queen Show, you ain't got nothing to do Saturday night. So you gotta stay home and roll a joint. No, don't be Saturday. You mute.
Okay. I think the problem with that is the mindset. And it seems to me the mindset of the committee is a diaspora mindset. Their target audience is the diaspora, right? They're not trying to invite foreigners to Nevis for Culturama. It's more about getting the Reeses and the Iras back home for Culturama. So that's why they have that sort of local mindset. Once they start thinking like this is the sweetest summer lime and they really take that to heart, then I would start to see them do more events that would attract people outside of the diaspora, right? That's what I think it is. I don't think when they're planning Culturama, they're thinking about outsiders. They're not thinking about foreigners. They're not thinking about reaching a different market. I think they're just trying to get the diaspora to come home. And if that's what it's gonna be, then yeah, I could see why the director of Culturama is labeling, saying that the Carnival Act, which Alan has said doesn't exist, as a village festival, right? You're treating it like a village festival. You're not treating it like the biggest summer lime. You're not competing with all the other festivals going on around you, because you're just trying to attract those of us in the diaspora. I get it now. I understand why Culturama has not grown the way that we expect it to be after 50 years, right?
No,
Because the
you see what
focus
easy
is
say?
just the diaspora. What?
You see what easy say? Promoters have been refused permits. Like me and you could go home and survive, but let's say I decide they're gonna bring me and you decide we ain't got a group together and all of we getting done. If them are into Calypso show, what am I gonna do? Stay in a hotel for the night? We
Yeah.
need to expand this thing. You know what I mean? We can't just be thinking of the old way of thinking. You know what I mean? We said no, I got to stay home and but But
me
he
tell you
just ain't
something.
never know, you know what I mean? But for real, you know what I mean? Like that's the thing for real, you know what I mean? Open up the thing, man. Let people actually get something going. You know what I mean? You have promoters who have failed for permits, and they had dates block out that you can't, you know, do on this day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
I
ludicrous. We seen in a,
I
you know what
wanna
I mean, stage.
like you know what I mean, and like
Yeah.
especially for C50, right, which was supposed to be the big thing, but you want as much thing going on. Hey, listen, I remember you had a night, right?
Mm-hmm.
A band, in St. Thomas, a band called me, a band said, listen, I needed to come mix us quick. But I went there, mixed the man in the village, and left the village and went on a boat ride. Village still going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a boat ride. I supposed to be engineer for them, man, and I had a boat ride having a whale of a time. They got things going on. We need the
You
same
know what I
thing.
mean?
And I want to
Yeah.
tell you something. This is gonna be the big thing for C51. C51 needs to launch Independence Day.
It's
And
not happening.
they need to get a main act, and they need to release the video of this main act saying they're gonna be in news for Culturama ASAP, because when Music Fest get their hands on Cartel, the diaspora going for Cartel, we ain't going for Culturama. So Music Fest is the biggest competitor next year for a fact. So I need to go launch quick, because when Music Fest drop the Cartel and the poster, understand that Reese ain't coming home for Culturama. I gain Music Fest. Make it known. And sync it with the amount of people that are going to be in sync it's for Cartel. Culture,
Up
I'm
to
not
the
going to be there
time.
black that. I better figure it out. I got 10 people there. Figure it out. I better start to release quick.
I don't know
Start
what
to
kind of
release.
market research. Oh, go ahead. I don't know what kind of market research they do, and I don't want to say I'm knocking Culturama. I really want to point out some of the positives. So they had a lot of people there, you know. So shout out to the diaspora for coming home, and a lot of people would have said it's the greatest time they had. But Reese, you and I would have gone, and Davis, we would have had an excellent time. But that doesn't say that the organizing couldn't be a little tighter, right? That
No,
doesn't
no, no,
say
no.
that.
No, we
Yeah.
would have had a time because we know how to
No,
enjoy
we don't.
ourselves. We're going to finish
You
this
know how to
stuff,
enjoy
right?
yourself. Once you know how
Yeah.
to enjoy yourself, you're gonna enjoy yourself. But that's not the
Yeah.
point. You see in festivals around the world, and you gotta understand festivals have to be run in certain type of order. Like there's no way, even with the Queen show, you know, the Queen show finishing, like I couldn't believe when I heard the Queen show was still going on. I was like, what? Finishing that late? That's ludicrous. When people in the village can't run. Five trees can't swing. You know what I mean? These are all a part of the problems. Like you said, there's no other event. Nobody else could squeeze anything. The problem is, it's just they have this small population mindset. They need to attract people to their shores, right? Anybody know Culturama budget
No,
compared to
we would
the
have to look it up.
budget
We
for
could find
culture?
it, but we have to look it up.
I think the Culturama budget was about what 3 million, 5 million. Alan had mentioned it on one of these shows. Them, you know, Alan dived into these documents. I don't even know what they
No, we
did
could find the
because they,
information, but we don't have it. We don't have it on hand. But
yeah,
I was the one who always say for the 50th, the only way we could increase the product is to increase the prices, right? I want to make sure that I realize I've been saying 50,000 for the winner of every major event. So Queen should have been 50,000, Calypso, Road March, like 50 grand across the bet. I realized only Calypso show price add up to 50,000. I bet I
oh
realize
yeah,
that
I
because
didn't even
they
check.
get the vehicle. When you look at the vehicle, that's the thing there. We need, and the
Reese,
other thing too, yo,
go ahead with the other
the
thing.
other thing too, what, and I thought about this after, so this wasn't a suggestion I gave way back. I thought about it, maybe just when culture was starting. The Queen show, and so the man should not use the complex this year. The man should have used the park, bring in the stage for music festival, give them a big, so that now they give them a bigger stage with a more grand ambience and put it in the park. Get some trailer from Tropical and so and black it out, black out a sun section, and you inside that area there, and you rock from there.
Yeah, block the breeze.
We're gonna survive.
Yeah, block the breeze. They don't
We're
they
gonna
don't
survive.
need trailers. They could use fencing. They got fencing that they could use. But Reese, I think I lost my point, but we gotta go soon. And we unfortunately we didn't even get to go into the culture thing the way that I really wanted us to. You know what I mean? I kind of wanted to do a breakdown of each event, and then also what went well and what didn't go, what didn't go well. Talk about some of the controversial moments. We had quite a few
What
of
was the
those.
controversial moment? Let me hear for the controversial moments you can understand.
Road March was a controversial
Definitely,
moment,
definitely.
after the rip. They also had a little controversy when it comes to it. Always a lot of it surrounds the winners of things. The
Did
parade,
they teach?
the the idea where they changed the parade, the children parade. I don't even know why the children need their own parade there. I it's not like they had. Oh, Alan said we could stay. Alan, you're not coming on tonight. The
But
idea, the idea where the children parade was pulled out, and I don't think it was properly advertised. I was surprised when I saw that. They thought that the wet fete was poorly advertised. We knew that they were having a wet fight. I do understand the shot, like you know they weren't planning for it, so they had a short like time frame to get it organized. So kudos to them for getting it pulled off. Okay, Alan said he want to join in. Let me join in. I could do that.
okay, but
Um,
okay. So the Bedford situation, it wasn't one that they planned for. I agree. Um, no, was it the Bedford they didn't plan for? They didn't plan for the five. The 5-in-1 is what they didn't plan for.
they didn't have
What,
five in
was it?
one. They did so they weren't gonna have wet fete, but then after Wazim had to cancel 5 in 1,
They had the
that's
Bedford.
why they had a wet
Okay,
fete. Yeah.
okay. So yes, late planning, I understand. But once you have late planning and you get things in place, right? Then you have to start to go on a heavy marketing campaign. So what would have been something that would have been promoted 3-4 months in advance? Now you're only got 2 weeks. Um, you had these individuals on the card, bands, everything. You saw no video from them promote, no little clips from them promoting the event. That's I feel that's a cultural thing. I feel like these are things that need to be in the contract. Um, so like I don't blame the artists for not promoting the event. I feel cultural didn't do the thing, and
Yeah.
that's what happened. You know what I mean? Like they had an international artist on the card. Who was it?
Bunji Garlin, um,
No, that was international. Like
international night. Oh, that was international night. They had they sing nasty business or something like that.
okay,
Are
so
they
even them,
international? Or are
right?
they?
Yeah, those were the ones for the Redford. Yeah, the Dominican do them.
Yeah.
Like them man is going to coming to neighbors. No, you ain't see a little video, a little clip on Instagram, social media, nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Not an example. Triple K came to neighbors for the international night. Bungie came to them for the international night. We saw no promotional videos from them. But when Triple K was in neighbors, they recorded a video promoting Miami Carnival.
Oh,
But
yeah,
these are
they
things you have
were.
to put in your contract. If you put them in your contract, you can't blame the artist, man.
Well,
Like really,
there's more I have for you, you know. I was speaking to a friend of mine, and a great point was pointed out. The lineup for the Wet Fest wasn't great. And when I mean the lineup, I don't mean the artists. I mean the lineup, the way how they did the local bands, you know, they like they were afraid to bring on some of the earlier acts, some of the well-known acts, some of the international acts earlier to draw people in. I was like, you know, that makes so much sense, right? You put on one of your the better known, the want to see acts. You draw them into the complex because they wanna see these performance. Then you get to expose your people. After which you still leave some in the back end, so they're not gonna leave. So you get to bring people into the cultural, um, what do you call it, the cultural village earlier. Help the vendors them sell drinks. Help the party going. Help the atmosphere. You know, they're not gonna leave because they don't see everybody that they want to see. I think that's something that they could explore. So for the instance, they put New Wave on first. So New Wave being on first, people oh New Wave on me ain't going in we reach it. You know. And the lineup needs to be known. Nobody know the lineup. When New Wave was on here the night, Odyssey, all of them, when they were on here, they didn't know what slot they were playing at that point in time. No one knew. Everybody was telling me they don't know what slot they're playing. Right? I think that's something that they have to kind of look into as well. The way how they're lining up the thing.
I'll actually agree with you that an event like that, especially because it's last minute and the planning minute have been the best, should have kicked off with a powerhouse.
Yeah.
It should have kicked off with a powerhouse. Let's just use for example, let's use Mention for example. Let's just throw Mention on it. It should have let's say we kicked off with Mention. Mention come out and then you release a video like the day of maybe like 12 o'clock. Yo, this is why Mr. Mention, not the Sugar Band. Check me out tonight, 8:30. I on stage. Don't be late.
Yeah, exactly.
Right after that, you drop a video for Easy. Yo, this is boy Easy, Odyssey Band. Check me out. Right after Mention come off, we coming on.
Yeah.
I honestly feel right, and it might sound weird, but I feel like New Wave should have closed with Fete. Yeah?
Well, I would put them in the middle. I wouldn't put them in the close.
No, you want me to tell you why I put them to the end? Because
why?
they have, once you get to the end, it's no longer about music. It's just a vibe. Everybody done drunk. Right? Everybody done drunk, we gonna party regardless. We could send New Wave to Belgium, yeah. New Wave went part, the man gonna get a reaction.
Oh yeah.
I'd have put New Wave to the end.
I would have put them in the middle.
You know, and,
I would have.
and that's it. But you're right.
I would have staggered it, to be honest.
The auto lineup shouldn't matter when you get tired, when you're getting paid. Yeah, nah. Because everybody don't have the same pulling power. And for event where you need people to come inside to make your money, then you want to knock it out early.
Say it shouldn't matter.
So I believe that we should have kicked it off with a powerhouse to kick it off to pull people in. You know, that's sometimes that's what you got to do. You know, so
yeah. That's and it's not knock because at the end of it, it was a successful event. People had a great time. The pool didn't last any time. I remember somebody posted the pool. I said, well. Somebody was in the pool early, and I said, might as well get it do because that pool ain't gonna last no time. I meant a secret. What time then?
No, you're right. The performance times don't be revealed, and that's the thing. Because some people really only come to see experts to perform, eh?
Yeah.
But I feel like if you really want to have a successful event, once you plan your lineup correctly. And you start dropping videos, and I mean, we live in a social media time, and everybody got WhatsApp. These videos will circulate real quick. You know, so whereas I might say, I get home sleep, and I gonna wake up about 10 o'clock, and I gonna make a forward. When Mention, you say he on stage 8:30, but I got to wake up about 6:30 now to go make a forward.
Yeah, major events show you the lineup, and the time when you like look at Coachella. You know what I
No,
mean?
Coachella,
It's
the time slots, eh? Let you know who
you
coming out what
see,
time.
you know what your time slot is. You know what the time slot is gonna be like. You know, and then like, come on, it's it's just a suggestion. It's just a suggestion. You know, you don't have to do it. It's just a suggestion. You know, and it's not hating. We just suggest. We just trying to see the events grow. You know, I'm trying to see the events grow. Um, I
Quick
don't know if
question though.
Alan
For
is
the for
going
the
to
soccer,
join.
for the
Oh,
soccer
see him
monarch,
there.
for the soccer monarch, who are the judges? Anybody know who the judges were for the soccer monarch?
Alan Tanaya, like, um, I can't remember. I think Alisa could help us with that.
I want to know who the judges were for soccer monarch because
They had
again we
good
miss another
judges.
opportunity.
I
Huh?
think they had good judges. I think they had musical oriented judges for the Soca Monarch. To be honest, if I could if I can recall,
I don't know who the judges were,
I
but
remember. I think I remember Rohan Claxton as one. Can't remember all of them, but
can
they had some.
can be a judge,
Why?
not impartial. At some
Oh
point
yeah,
because he's from at some point because he's from Nevis, he has a connection. He has a connection to one or two artists over the others. Cannot be impartial.
I feel you. I feel you.
I feel
I
like
feel you.
if you want the quality of the product to go, we need to start investing in the show properly. Me tell her, this is what I would do because you know I always got a great I feel like I got a great man when it comes to this thing. You know.
Yeah.
I would have
Well,
I would have bring in I give you a good example. I'd bring in like I'd bring a Stiba that from they used to play with New Waves way back in the day. So he ain't gonna know much of the younger one them. I had to bring in let's say somebody from Anguilla who ain't really connected to it. And then I had to bring in like an Asa Banton as the third judge.
you see the
And
oh man,
what I would do is then try Asa Banton and say to close out the show.
that would work. You know, with that judge performance vibes, double pay. You know, but they said that
And
I had no
then
money. They
and
said that I had no money. Alan, I can't hear you. Hold on, let me see if Alan got audio. Alan, you got audio?
the man
Yeah,
said they don't have money.
me mute my mic.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I
Got you.
mute my mic as you all were
They
in
don't got
our
no money. What?
conversation.
Okay, got you, got you. Where you say
Every
Reese?
year
Go
we
ahead.
gonna every year we gonna fix the complex so we not got no money, so
Yeah,
Okay. Good night, gentlemen. I'm glad to join Ayo, and I'm glad Ayo in the Culturama review segment too.
yeah.
I have two perspectives on Culturama. Y'all want to talk about the business of Culturama? Y'all want? Well, I actually have three perspectives on Culturama. There was the business, there was the social aspect, and there was also the politics aspect of Culturama. So, which one of them I want to talk about?
Business.
Um, okay.
See the judges them there, Reese.
see them.
Me don't know most of them. I thought that was that wasn't the semi-final night. That's not the final night. That wasn't the final night. That wasn't finals. I don't think that's finals. Go ahead, Alan.
But
Well, Alisa says you are here, Al. So let's start with it.
No, but you will take them one by one. Well, from the business aspect, you had couple events, which, in my opinion, the vendors them can be pleased. I don't know if I want to go through Obi recommendations for Culturama thing. I can't remember Obi got a word for that, but he had some things in there, and Corey even had a course
Responded.
direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pull it up if you want.
but a couple things in particular are when he had the swimsuit what went down to 4 o'clock in the morning. Unless you've been a sell Sunday chicken, you know, make the money that night there.
Was it swimsuit? Was it
I think
Queen
I
Show,
think
Miss Culture?
I think it was swimsuit and Mr. Cool. That was the one.
Miss Cul-
It was the first Sunday.
Oh, I thought it was Miss Culture went down to like Miss Culture went down late too. I thought I woke up and I didn't know who had won.
Boy, even though I couldn't see,
You
that
could
was
have
the
paid.
one. Yeah, definitely, but that goes into the business aspect too. You think we will ever find out they did on that end? How many people subscribe? How many people bought these subscriptions? You feel like we gonna find a number on that anytime?
No, never. That's not for us. That's not for us.
And I buy any of the
No,
packages.
no.
Then I see any of the thing. My understanding. Well, okay. Me not even gonna say my understanding. When I went on the app was directing me towards YouTube. So I want to believe that they did the same thing, but it was basically you had to pay to watch it on YouTube. Kind of vibes.
Well, that's so
Me
like
no-
that's so like you could have just shared the YouTube link.
If you got to pay,
Well, it's so like the YouTube link is hidden because YouTube gives you three options: private, unlisted, and public. So
yeah, well,
that it's so like we're doing is they didn't list the event, but once you get the app, you get a link to the YouTube event, and then once you share the link, once you got the link, you could watch it on YouTube. I don't know if there's something else that YouTube has for pay-per-view. That I'm not aware. I gotta look into that.
well, I feel like the only way to substantiate the business of Culturama is to know how much money was made through the different revenue streams. Just like how I see one the other day for like baseball and NBA. And then man show you whether it's ticket sales, whether it's TV revenue, whether it's parking. All of them things they need to be broken down for us to be seeing what's going on. And next thing, I know that Culturama wasn't always nationalized. You remember this?
No,
No, even the new name that it has, the NEDAX. Culturama was a private festival, you could say, up until I think they said 1987 or something like that.
Mm.
So even really and truly, Culturama spend more time privatized than nationalized. I feel like Culturama would ever be at the point where it go back to being privatized. We feel like parts of it can be privatized if we're talking about the business. For example, you know, America don't own the Miss USA competition.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, you could sell off these parts of these things. Are we so attached to this thing that this thing got to be run by the government? In our
Yeah.
mind?
Not in my mind, but I think in their mind, because it comes when it comes to that, you get a certain amount of power, and that is just hard to give up. Just hard to give up the power, that control. It's hard. I mean, this is why you realize you don't have a rotating committee. And a committee like Culturama should be rotating because you want fresh ideas. The director and those positions, they should be similar to. They should have term limits. You shouldn't have a man in the. No disrespect to the directors them, but you shouldn't have a man in there umpteen years. It should be
Well,
fresh.
and next part of the story, what I want to say, what I have been kind of going around is that some people saying that like people who are on these committees need to actually be active in terms of you gotta be out there attending the events, whether it be you are the chair of you pan the committee of you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand how the event actually works
Mm.
in some positions to actually be able to give an input as to how this event should go. Otherwise, what we doing? I mean, it's not disrespect, but like if you ain't in the environment, how you gonna know how to make this an environment what is inviting to people? Even as I was speaking about structuring of festivals. If you're not going to festivals, not just in Nevis, but if you're not going out there and going to festivals and having these different experiences, how you know where the shift is happening? How you're getting fresh ideas and seeing different things that you could do to improve you thing more. And me not, and we ain't speaking about anything about changing the culture as far as the music or anything. It's just we're speaking about like scheduling, arrangement. Um Reese would have started this thing a couple of years ago, and Reese is like, yo, this thing weekend time. Weekend is about fit, you know. We go get these shows in the week by. And this year I hear the chorus, especially in the same thing when Obi with a post about improvements or anything. People want to know, like, yo, Queen Show Wednesday, bro. It look like people would even prefer if you put Junior Calypso in Culturama and take over Queen Show, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, keep things going on.
Let me tell you something, Alan. Remember, you just said years we've been saying this. Alan, you know Antigua moved the Queen Show to 2 weeks before Juve Money?
Indeed. And Antigua
2
Queen Show
weeks,
is not Antigua Queen Show is not during Carnival, you know. Antigua is JC's is what does take place during Carnival. Like
You
not the
realize
Queen Show.
even JC's is on a weeknight, not a weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
This idea that we have in our head that Queen Show is this pillar that can't move is stupidness. Wet Fit need to be where Queen Show be. You can't tell me that Wet Fit is the biggest money maker and you're not going to your biggest weekend.
It's prime slot. A prime slot, yeah.
But I also want them to open up the place to give people more things to do. I may not want to go to a Wet Fit, but Alan might host an all-white party down on the beach, and I might say, "By again, by this all-white party, Alan might hold a whiskey and cigar event. I can go by the whiskey and cigar event. I ain't feel like getting wet tonight. I want to put on a white linen suit and go. And I mean, people other things to do, man.
Exactly.
So-
Cause I ain't going with Fed.
Some of these things where you're speaking about, you might not understand that they got to do with politics, but this got to do with politics. There are 500 total security personnel in Sinkis and Youth. That's it. No, me not counting private security.
Well, I just read that.
But them also got their own, because otherwise people going it's not only Chinese people going to run in, but people going to run in Best Buy and all of them that have nothing to. I mean, look, them don't try running Rams. So now you got 500, even though Culturama is big for us. You know what going on in SK? SK got East Bastia Festival and all kind of thing every minute. So then when police long the tune, and it's not like SKA the Wild Wild West. So they ain't gonna naturally need police. Um, in a lot of these instances where promoters are getting down, we ain't got enough security personnel, and we got a crime problem. I mean, I hear I bigging up and saying, well done, that no
Yeah.
crime happening in the culture. Whether or not crime had happened, I don't think it would have been necessarily on the government. I don't think that it's on the government necessarily. I, I think that some crime can be stopped, but I feel like overall these things is the solving of some of these things what going to prevent some of the things.
I
Man,
don't think.
I
I don't
agree
think
with you.
right.
I don't put crime on the government like that, but I agree with you.
Right now, if we got to go deal with the situation and condolences to the family down in Craddock Road for what happened the other day. But we're hearing about CCTVs in the area. Is this going down as something where, well, by he just had a masked man and the masked man get through? And he run all between places where he got more CCTV camera and he just get through? Is this actually we gonna get some kind of leverage going back on this? So as me I say, even that the way they just happen that they ain't on the government, but it's on the government to solve it, to find out what going on right now. Not to tell her all the time make a CCTV camera. And
Correct.
CCTV now pick up nothing.
It's a two-part thing.
Yeah, so let me
What's
wait. We skip over one thing there. You spoke about security personnel. Truthfully, hold on. What you do in a situation like that where you're lacking security personnel, everybody gonna be willing to make a little extra money. So what you're gonna do is hire off-duty hire off-duty police. That's what you have to do. And the off-duty police are gonna be willing to make some extra money. If you go Florida Mall, a lot of them are who work in security and so. There's off-duty police making $75 an hour. Man willing to do it. You just got to put it out the right way.
Part of
You have
the
to do what you got to do.
part of the reason why I ask if we should be, sending people to learn how to shoot. We say we have a good relationship with Cuba. Send some them man a Cuba go learn how to wrestle. I go learn how to box. You understand? And there might be some trepidation, and you might say, well, by the man gonna come back and the man gonna be skillful. But I look at the fact that the man might come back and the man might be disciplined too. One of the things what I have been saying, if Nevis really is serious, if you really find a politician who going to deal with secession, he gonna start to put things in motion like building up some security personnel for Nevis itself.
true?
A lot of Nevis people saying that Nevis need to get police from outside. That to me, that is the problem. Nevis need to get police who know the community, who from
I don't agree with that.
Nevis. Me
I
I
don't
try
agree
tell
with
you.
outside police. I don't agree with that. Because it's easier for me to talk to somebody who I know, who I could relate to, who I know their family, I might know your auntie or your sister. Whereas somebody who just coming from outside who has no ties to the community, I'm not gonna reason to talk to you. I'm not agree with that.
Even when you look at the peace program, the peace program didn't work because the same set of people who it is alleged was terrorizing the street was now put in a position to protect the same street. So I feel like there are scenarios where you could get these individuals to buy into protecting the community. Me not think that that man necessarily wild, but it's just that you got to find an incentive structure that is reasonable, and
Fair
I
point.
would suppose that is the hard part. But anyway,
Fair point. I want to swing back though. I want to swing back on a
yeah,
comment where Susie had said she thinks that Randy Shaw needs to be moved after Juve. I agree. I don't even know how come it's after Juve. It's Juve did long there, especially Alan. Queen Show went till late too, because Queen Show. I remember telling my brother, "You head straight Juve." And he said no. So, and then you go from Queen Show to Juve to Randy Shaw. It should be another Fed. It should be Fed to Fed to Fed, and you keep them soft ones there in the middle of the week
So
to last long.
this
Right.
suggestion about Randy Shaw, honestly, I will put Randy Shaw the culture I'm together.
I know you want to put independence there.
I think Randy Shaw has outgrown Culturama. I think Randy Shaw by itself has taken on legs of its own. And I think Randy could make a big event, a whole weekend event that have meet and greets, they're going to have a day party, they're going to have this. I think Randy could make it into a weekend event.
I don't know why we don't say the obvious solution. Culturama need to buy out Randy and let Randy do all of the show them. You check it out, the show them gonna finish pan time and you're gonna be able to do what you want to do. Culturama just need the solution right in front of you.
But Randy, me don't feel one man should do that. But I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why, right?
And that's what listen, and that's why me say he need to get the position and be getting compensation and know that well this is actually what gonna be taking place. And you still got whatever gigs you got. He depend on a tourism board and so.
I feel what we need. I think what we need is we need individuals to like-minded individuals like Randy, right, who is willing to do it, but I can't put all the pressure on Randy.
No man, not a lot of pressure.
Randy is so hands-on with his show that some show and that some show going to take a squeeze. So I feel what you will need to do is put a situation where you have this group of individuals, this person got Queen Show, Randy got his show, this person got Calypso, but put in a way that we know that hey, if anything falter, Alan, you got Calypso show, it's your fault.
He could be in an oversight committee.
But I feel listen, if I were Randy, I'll put on my show.
You feel like Navisco got a stage management company?
Yeah.
I think at this stage, I think everybody in a stage management company because stage management and production was horrible.
Look at it this way, right? Even to tell the performers to exit left, exit right was a problem. You know what I mean? All the time. It's like, no, exit right. You're coming on from the left. Well, and then left. So they're exiting left. Every minute you see them go so and then them walk behind the band and that's not good enough.
And
so yeah.
One of the other things Alan. With the stage management thing too. Hold on.
I will make sure I answer the question different time.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. But to all the hosts them as well, everybody that hosting a show. Between every act you are off stage. When you are off stage, that is your turn to prepare for your upcoming segment. This thing we're walking about on the place with white paper in our hand, this printer paper, cut it out. These big printer paper, cut it out. Cut it out. Alright? We tell you that. These big long pieces, no. Cut that out. This is your time to prepare. When act number 1 is preparing, you know that error coming on number 2. So you don't walk out in your head. This is what we're going to do to introduce error. This long piece of paper, cut it off.
At
You
least
got
have a
time to prepare.
teleprompter. At least have a
Okay.
teleprompter if you got to read.
And
You see what I'm
if
saying?
and if I want and if you want to go the cheap way to remember who coming up next, have them tape it on the monitor in front of the stage, and you can look now and get a cue. For a lot of people who don't know, a lot of artists don't perform that way. They don't have line up on the monitor in front of the stage. That's how they know a song coming up.
Okay.
Start with
He-
yourself correctly.
Here's what really needs to take place. Okay, Culturama. Y'all have to totally restructure this thing. Um,
Oh, big time.
every show need a producer and a director. The producer is gonna be responsible for the overall. The director is gonna basically take care of the stage. He gonna make sure the props and everything on time and wherever everybody know when to come off this time. The producer is gonna be in the ear of the people. Because even them man supposed to got some kind of earpiece so that they could know, okay, oh my god, the girl that fall along behind you, you need an extra 5 minutes. Talk to them. We got 3 Carib commercials. So make sure to big up Carib and tell them we're gonna do a Carib commercial and we're gonna have 3 some giveaways. All these things need to be in place.
I
The
agree.
reason why I have been putting great pressure on NTV, and I will give props to NTV. I did not see a lot of what y'all produced, but what I saw was good outside of the internet was dropping in the start of the Juve. They said the current been on there. So the internet been a fail. But outside of that, especially in comparison to what I saw from Angola, oh my god, Angola can't get the mic right. Angola internet a drop all the time. In comparison to that standard there, I see how NTV got great potential. But these shows, one of the reasons why they got to be tight and on time is because it actually has to be a production. You're supposed to know how much commercial time you're gonna get, and you could actually sell your commercials and all these type of things. You could give your sponsors and them the actual money worth and be able to draw more platinum sponsors and not just a few platinum sponsors. Angola had like 13 platinum sponsors. Huh? Them man had more platinum sponsors than what all sponsors.
Wow.
So this thing got to actually be a production so that you can move on to the villager and to whatever other activities I say because I say I ain't come for the shows. I come for the fetting.
I felt real good.
Yeah.
I felt real good.
15
But
is win.
you're right, right? They need to tell which, but yeah, I agree with you. These shows are production and they need to be handled as something you got is like gap of time. I even give you a good example, right? Soca Monarch, you had the groove and you had the power segment. There was a little drop between the groove after the groove finished going into the power. What the man should have do is find something to fill the gap. That man should have had a quick DJ clash, yeah?
They had one. They had a DJ clash.
During the Soca Monarch?
Yeah. Ike versus Smudge. But they might not do it like a clash neither.
No, that was a fun thing. That was a fun thing. Are you talking about the actual something that we could actually people
I
could
think
actually
he was
get into?
supposed I think he was supposed to be. Hold on, I got a lot of nights
Okay.
coming from Alan.
So the entertainers dropped the ball.
Hold on.
That one may try to understand. So the entertainers dropped the ball, Alan. That what he trying to say?
Well, he said that them man had the clash. Me no nothing go no clash with that there.
Yeah, I won't
You
call
mean
it.
it?
I won't call it a clash.
Do
He
you know
had
that do you know the winner of the groovy segment for the Soca Monarch is
guy
going
in
to Japan?
Washington. Yeah, they're going to Washington DC. for the Nevcan thing. I don't understand why it's only one side, but I wanted to go back to the Clash thing. I think
You don't
I
you don't understand why it's only one side?
yeah.
I understand why it's one side.
Why?
Because because Groovy outrule Pep. I tell her this all the time. Pep don't gonna life. Then Wailer song ain't gonna life. You gonna forever sing working.
Well,
Then Wailer song gonna life.
I guess that's why Bunji Garlin said in his song, if he wanna do power,
Everybody doing Groovy and he doing power still.
yeah. If he wanna do power, then he up to that. But no, outside of that, with the Clash, I think it was meant to be a clash. So, and then I don't know what happened. I felt like EK came to Clash. I don't feel like Smudge came to Clash. And then after that, I think they just fall into we playing together. Maybe to me when maybe watch the Rastaman look like he been come on Clash. You check, and then
Hey, and
somewhere
another
on the
thing too,
line,
right?
me hear Smudge say, "I won't clash you, my brother. I will never clash you." You know,
So
something.
another
I
thing
was
too,
like, what was that? Yeah,
another thing, certain events, right? When we got hosts for certain events, we hosts got to play the part. So Soca Monarch is supposed to be a fun time. I was disappointed to see the host of the long dress. Eh? I want to see short pants and Air Force and a rag hanging out your back pocket and a tank top because that's the environment we in.
yeah,
That's the
I could
environment we
agree.
in. Me no want the long dress and high heel. Where we going? Cocktail? Where we
Yeah,
going? Cocktail? I was disappointed in that.
no, EK and Smudge. We're talking about wet fet. We ain't talking about tropics. No, we see that's a valid point, right? You have to understand the atmosphere, right? You're not wearing high heels going to an fet. Soca Monarch is a fet, so you're not wearing a long dress. You're not dressed appropriate for it. No, and no disrespect. Just a suggestion. You know, think about what
No,
what you're gonna do.
it's not disrespect. But it's just where
Just think about how Destra can come out. You know what I mean? How Patrice Roberts can come out. And then you could tone it down a little bit because them are the performers. But you want to match that energy there. That energy there is where you want to be at. You want to be matching that energy. If you're a lady, if you're a guy, you want to match the performers' energy of the Bunji Garlands and the Marshall and all of them. That's the energy you want to match. But it's
I
just the
want my host to
observation.
make me feel like I need to be at this event. When I see the thing, I say, well, maybe me watch the wrong show. And I hear, well, Google section, me say, well, is that so come on, Aki Chuboy? I was confused.
Yeah,
I said, but listen, I just wait to somebody say, okay, no for the opening remarks. I thought there's something formal they watching. I couldn't believe when a man said groovy. That was a joke. I, I thought about Fiona already, and I thought about him again. Mr. Fiona, when they're doing these cultural events, them long sleeve shot it away. Trouble. Put on a t-shirt or a polo.
In 107 degrees.
Put on a t-shirt, put on a polo. Look like you're part of society. Come out here
I
with a
think
hobby. No come out here no button up shot. No, me
Okay.
not that either.
Okay, here again. One more question on the business end, and then we will reach the social.
I will turn up Alan Mike a little bit.
but I afraid Alan Mike.
Yeah,
Hold
Oh,
on.
okay.
the seeking of volunteers, because I remember Tyrion asked why I don't join a committee, and this is one of the reason why I asked if it should be privatized as well. You feel like it shouldn't be judged harshly because it's a volunteer thing. You feel like they should move towards shelling out some money on the people and them who are our own
Yeah.
culture. How we could get around, or how this thing could get
No,
better in that aspect.
no. I don't mind the volunteer part because volunteers are part of the event. I understand that. But you're not telling me not judge you harshly because you got volunteers. That's not how that works. You don't say you judge the same way. You
So
don't say you judge the same way.
so I mean, I don't understand. I when it comes to the show and the head of the show, it, they're probably getting paid. I don't think Abanati went to sink it to Wako Free, and I don't think the people in that was in charge, the chairperson for each committee, it shouldn't be volunteer. That's my personal opinion, right? Now, building other parts of it, then yeah, I guess there are gonna be some volunteers in there, but to be honest, if you really want to make this thing successful, you want to make sure these people got skin in the game, right? Time is money right now, right? We saying guy down there go volunteer your time.
No,
I know that.
me not volunteer business. Me not
I
volunteer
know that.
community service.
Yeah, I know that for a fact, right? I think Alan, you raise a good point. The volunteer thing is no, because there's people you're gonna tell me volunteer, but then people are gonna be paid, and I'm gonna have to work equally as hard.
But then ticket I give her free.
And ticket I give her free.
But me must volunteer.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'll tell you, some people will volunteer because they want the position and they want the look. Now,
The
if you
power.
want that, you want. You know what I mean? They want to say, hey, girl, you come talk to me, I got 2 tickets here. No, me no want that. Me not giving a ticket. Me never believe in free ticket answer. Me never believe in ticket giveaways answer. Unless like the sponsor gonna buy the ticket and I'm gonna give them. Me never believe in ticket giveaway. Me never believe in them thing there.
Yeah. The
Them thing where
sponsor they gotta buy it.
committee member, each committee member get 2 free tickets. No, what we doing? The committee member gonna enter if you're working. If you ain't working, hey, come
I mean,
pay a little bit of money. Pay a little bit of money and come. You might not pay full price, but pay something and come in, man. No, I mean, let them think that.
the changes you seek, Tyron, I think bureaucracy is going to kind of hinder that. From what I've been gathering over the years, that's been the problem. And maybe not even bureaucracy, because you got some other people who are actually in business. But and I don't know, even if Reese and Alan were to be a part of the committee, I don't know if they would have the final say. Right? There is always the back and forth. Reese's idea might get played out. I don't know if it's gonna go to a vote, and if that vote then depends on how popular Reese is, because Reese and Alan has 2 people in the committee, but the other person have 5. So that my partner may vote with my partner regardless.
Well,
I don't know how it works, but I
you know what the
could
biggest
imagine some of those problems.
the biggest issue I think is that we're stuck, right? But we won't be stuck because we got the same people in the same position. So we need to clear out the thing. We need to clear out everybody. I believe we need a massive overhaul, yeah?
I don't know who is everybody.
I
We need a
mean,
massive overhaul.
I don't think that they're gonna ask Abo, although they might ask Abo to come back for 1 more year for 12 years in a row. But if we get somebody else, then we supposed to be going in a different direction.
Why are they asking Abo to come? Why would they even like he wants to leave? He's expressed that he wants to leave. You know, like I don't get it. You know, Abo have named a successor right here on this platform. Right? I would love to talk to the successor, but I don't know who the successor is. It seems like that up in the air now. Right?
Why you like problems, man?
I don't know who the successor is. I don't know what's going on. Everything. Even with that, show you why they would not be able to grow the way that they're supposed to. Because
Anyway,
even that transition, we can't have smooth transition of power.
big up Swain. Big up Swain. You know Swain produced 15 songs for Culturama, including
He
Look Back and
produced.
Walk Up and Wow.
How come you choose a big up Swain at this point? Like that
Me
was kind of
feel,
random.
me feel like it.
Oh, okay.
Swain play a big part in Culturama.
Big up
Swain
Swain for sure.
Swain play a big part in Culturama.
He produced
Street
wow
activities. Yeah.
street activities. I don't know.
Them man need-
Swain
them man need to-
Swain need to be more out front, right?
But you know something though? Now you bring up that. That's why I feel like WoW should not have been allowed to be a part of no competition, you know, because Spain is actually on this song, yeah. And I
He's
feel that was
on
a
it.
conflict. Yeah, the
sing-
part with
But-
the bridge going. Is he do the
yeah.
singing part?
Yeah, but he not. But he not in. Oh, you're talking about Road March.
No, his song should not have been in that competition there.
Because he not in
Well,
charge of the Soca Monarch.
No matter you got too much influence in the community. You're not just a regular member, you're not a volunteer, you're actually an individual who's held in high regard. No.
What's his position?
Remember now
No disrespect to
remember
Swain,
now,
but what's
it
his position?
it was said that Swain is supposed to be taken over from Abo. That's what Abo said to us here.
Yeah,
So Swain should be quote unquote number 2 right now.
that's
Ah,
all like an Nancy story.
all I know is Swain in charge of street activities.
That's what I know.
That's all I know.
That's what I know.
So-
I know that he's in
so-
charge of street activities. So Road March, I could understand the song probably should not have been eligible for Road March, but Swain actually on that song.
Yeah,
He ain't listen.
they
He ain't get a credits for it.
Yeah, it's
No.
he on the track. He do the singing.
He ain't get a credits.
He should get vocal credit at least though. He on there.
Hey you body just a drive me crazy. You body good, you body good, you body good. You body good, you body good, you body good.
That's when. That's when.
Yeah, I could hear it now. Oh, me never hear that there. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I hear it now. I could hear your voice now. Like I've never paid attention to that until you guys just pointed that out. He didn't get any credit for that though, so he's not a part of the song. You guys could say what you want. What's on paper is what counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's on paper is what counts.
I heard it, bro. So with regards to the social part of the culture, this only really boils down to one question, and that question is, was the culture good? That's it. No, hear what I gonna tell you. I gonna got all kind of precaution and so.
Yeah.
You cannot ask certain people if the culture was good or bad. And I agree with some of the note takers who say, well, some people gonna always say the culture whatever. But you also got to take away from the people who no care what happened, they would say culture been good. For example, prime example, Eric Evelyn. You understand? Eric is a good man, but Eric is also a culture fisherman. He ain't gonna come in with he culture fish and tell you he culture fish spoil. He fish poison. He gonna always tell you, boy, he said the culture a sweet boy. You can't ask Eric neither. So if you wanna know if culture in Nevis is good, is one person you go to find out, and that's Shelly. And Shelly said culture armor 50.
That's a Shelly.
Yeah. Shelly is the lie detector too. Shelly said they want to start back up. They feel like
No,
a fan.
Shelly would be a great example of somebody who would say Culturama is not good, but then you see her in the festive mode enjoying herself, right? So it's what Reese and I said earlier, that we would have had a great time regardless. We know how to party, we know how to have a good time. When I reach home, I get my jelly, I get my ham on, I go in every event. You know, I jumping up. If I me wanna jump up in the band, me a jump up in the band, me want. If I me wanna jump up Soca Monarch, I jumping up. Right? If I me want in the pen, I in the pen. And you could have seen Shelly. Shelly had a good time. I saw her at parade in a clip. But yet
And then
still, on the other hand, she said, it wasn't all that.
Well,
so
and this
you got a point
and
there,
this
Rob.
Uh-huh.
go ahead.
No, I got a point. Yeah, she is saying that it wasn't. Yeah, I need to start over. But every event that every clip I used to Shelly, she look like she enjoys herself. Yeah,
Yeah.
she look to me like she just definitely say that which she feels like. I think Shelly was kind of like she was enjoying herself. Could it have been better for her probably, but she make the best of the situation she had to.
You have to. You have to. Go ahead, Alan. What you mean gonna say?
Well, I said a long time ago that I felt like the propaganda would work. It really was a homecoming cultural armor, and you get to see a lot of people that you didn't expect to see.
Mm.
And that part of the cultural armor, you gonna make it sweet. You could go back in a memories while you're there and make new memories at the same time,
Yeah.
and I catch up in between. So that's how come I know the social aspect of the culture was not gonna fail.
Yeah.
I think after last lap up in the village, that's one of the biggest crowd I ever see. And especially till late in the morning. Normally people are even after 10 people are clear out in there. And the night there, but it's like after 2 and then they was still packed.
And Alan, with you saying that the social aspect, that was one of the main reasons why I didn't go home for C50. You know, everybody who I would have expected to lime with us said, then I go. So I was gonna lose on the social aspect, right? You know, if one person means say them go, if Reese means say here go, if Tyrion means say them go, if Tyrion means say here go, if anybody, if somebody who I not online just say them go, I would have gone.
Yeah,
I probably would have gone. But
yeah, but
that was the only because that was the wait, hold on, Reese. That was the one thing I felt like I had to look forward to for Culturama, that homecoming vibes. And if I wasn't getting that homecoming vibes, what the sense? I couldn't figure out who me would have got fit with late in the night. Can't be my wife. Like, yeah, my wife, she would have bring and go sleep, you know what I mean? She would have gone to Soca Monarch with me and so, but she not drive up and down and drink Hammond and thing, like, me not got that vibe there, and I would have missed that. Culture, Hammond is a big part. People, if you don't realize, Hammond is a big part of my culture, Hammond and jelly water. I am not doing culture armor without Hammond and jelly water. But yeah. But
For Culturama, I just Juve.
Culturama, Hammond and jelly water. Big up, shout out, my brother Will. When I reached last year Culturama 49, I had 2 coolers in the back of my vehicle with jelly done chop in ice and Hammond. And every event, that's all I had. Food fair, same thing. Juve, same thing. Regular day, same thing. Every day. Yeah, my liver was upset, but we done met back up, a couple months of cleanse, and not drinking.
But Alan is correct. The social aspect is there, and you don't run into people who stay for a long time, and you don't have some memories and all kind of thing. You could say, "But I remember when we that school, yeah. But I really live for them kind of memory. They don't want, them think they don't got. Me want the new memory. Them. You know what I mean? Me know how I say, hey, you don't remember we in that high school you touch me? No, me don't remember that. No, that.
Yeah,
Thing
well,
don't got. Me don't hear what.
Well,
You know?
well,
You know what I mean?
another part of the social aspect is the reviews. Understand? And you had different people make different efforts to review. I think Woodis, who Mr. CCM, understand, come out and he said, what kind of things you would have liked to see change? And I thought that it was one of the most positive thing what I ever see.
mm-hmm.
Me not see nobody a cup. I mean, I start off the ball rolling. I say, all I simply say is communication between the committee and people who take part. That's it. And I got in a person and people continue making likewise contribution. Um, I take exception to you, Mr. Premier, for coming on the good DJ post and talk about how I'm having a volunteer for the community. Part of why the Premier is an analog minister is because he don't understand when you look in digital spaces, there's all kind of ways. Even when Tyrion was talking about joining committees, I feel like there's all kind of ways to get ideas, to thief all kind of little things and make your thing better. And ain't just about being physically in Nevis necessarily either. I feel like I need connections out in the same diaspora. We make certain things happen home. Look on how much of people ain't get the dress. How much of people not get disclosed. Maybe if certain things been in place, these things would have happened and that was also a bad part of culture, man. That I got to stamp out with. People need to, if I are true, you can't be getting your material the same week when culture, man. What room you give yourself? If something not fit.
That's only when failure is an option. If you really don't want failure to be an option, you would be thinking about those deadlines.
Alan, let me ask you a question. You know what happened on August 4th, 2005, 2025? You know what happened?
Do you mind?
Okay, and August 5th, 2025, it's parade, right?
Last up? Yeah.
So you mean I'll be done at the dates? So we got
Yeah.
all the stuff to prepare, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, that means
So
culture
I don't blame
was
nobody when a troop ain't get what they need to get and we no. So we got time. We don't know what going on.
that's a
Failure
whole
is an option.
culture almost start the 22nd or something like us at that time.
So that
Um
how me look at that.
part of the social aspect, right, also is even though that was positive and everything, right? And the premier come and he asked why we don't volunteer rather than make reasonable observations. You also got to accept the negative aspects. And I feel like the same way how somebody ain't enjoy culture armor, and they need to accept when somebody tell them by me enjoy culture armor. I feel like people who enjoy culture armor, they shouldn't be threatened by people who didn't enjoy it, or by people who make fun of it. Everybody need to be more tolerant of each other in them kind of aspect there. I feel
Good
like
night, Narita.
That's
I,
it.
I, I feel like some of the thing on them was unacceptable, and some of the thing on them in alright. Um, me not even know how for example, Devon rate Culturama. Devon said Culturama was a 6.5 out of 10, and then say that was amazing. 6.5 out of 10 is amazing. You could imagine if Simone Biles get 6.5 out of 10. Simone Biles I get 16.5 out of 10. That's amazing. 6.5 out of 10 is like by it was out. And that ain't bad, but that ain't amazing either.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Culturama was terrible, but just being average. And I ain't gotta call it tonight soon because I gotta get some rest. Just call just just average is not good enough. 6.5 is probably average. I can't rate it. Honestly, it would be unfair for me. I could only, well, I guess I could give you what I observed from the outside, but I didn't watch the shows because they were locked down. I think that's one thing that I'm gonna deduct points for. I watched. Anybody ever heard about Sunfest before? Jamaica Sunfest, Reggae
Yeah,
Sunfest.
yeah.
Yeah, I watched that for free because there's different business models that they could adapt, right? They don't necessarily have to go the pay-per-view route. If you're doing the pay-per-view route, you're actually hurting your brand because your brand is not already out there. You're not Floyd Mayweather, right? So you want your brand to be exposed. So what you really need to do is show, even like for Randy show sponsorship. We had 100 and something thousand views last time. This is what we're gonna bring to you. These are the eyes we're gonna have on your brand. But this is what we want. That's why you have paid commercial. And I feel like that's a business route that they could go. They could make their money that way too. They could sell the slots to sponsorship. But are you telling me they don't have the ability to secure sponsorship? Is that the problem really? Because when you have your talent, you should be able to display it to the world without a problem and not have to pinch at maybe 100 people spending $50 so you make $5,000. Maybe it's more. I don't know.
All I,
I'm just
all I saying is four season in Angola, give them man a venue, 4 season in Nevis, tell them man, just let them man know we got 25 years in Nevis and we got 25 year 25% discount or whatever it be. 4 season no give having no sponsorship.
mm,
We only got flow. We not got flow and digital like a them man. I don't see how we're moving all around in my aspect. And even when I asked about what was the budget for culture, I remember most of the budget was spent on the renovation.
yeah,
So even if it's $5 million, ain't $5 million to spend and act on them type of thing there.
yeah.
Is a
That was the
is a lot
problem.
of that is a lot of that gone into just renovation,
Yeah, that was the problem.
which is really most of the millions and then so the next part of Culturama, which is the political aspect of Culturama now.
Yeah,
For my part, Culturama was a big advertisement to the diaspora, as Ira was saying. Come home, and you could even see. I think on Friday there was a video put out all people in the diaspora, actually to you guys, telling you all to come home and to let you all know how the conditions on the ground have drastically changed as far as health and education and quality of life and all these type of things.
Yeah.
And how you are building foreign lands and you need to come and build actually the motherland of Nevis. At the same time, when this is going on, water rationing start back the Thursday after Culture, and I had no, as usual, and I had no water rationing during Culture, but as soon as the diaspora got home, water rationing gone back. Are you buying into the IRM? Y'all are buying into the fact that material conditions in the ground on the ground of Nevis have changed in such a way that it is attractive.
Hmm. Yeah.
You know what I want to boy?
Yeah. It kind of rough. It kind of rough.
I was having a conversation with Dahlia, and she said that she's a veteran.
Mhm.
So in their designation, St. Kitts and Nevis does not have a hospital. So in case something happens, in case because they don't have a trauma center, so I was asking, so what does it take to have a trauma center? You go at the things they want to put you upon. Each patient needed 2 nurses plus another general nurse. You go a neurologist on call. You go a respiratory thing. Yo,
It's correct.
we going upon 8 years and can't get a hospital finished. And the premier is calling the diaspora home. Things have never been better. Material conditions on the ground are changed. And with regards to the politics, are 2 things one man here. Because he want the human capital, and at this point he doesn't seem to be concerned about the age, whether you're retired or not. But he really stressing on the capital, the money, investment capital. He really want that back in the country. I ain't hear the premier in order to attract the diaspora talking about how you're gonna be able to sustain the same money while you are working in Nevis. Because a couple of years ago I was talking to somebody and they was like, on a realistic level, if I could have made the same money in a Nevis, I might have would have did it. But am I going to work and be making $10,000 a month, for example? And really got so much of jobs like that I may talk about United States currency. So I don't feel like the premier is addressing a lot of the issues that it would really take for the diaspora to want to come back. But that was what the cultural armor was for. When you watch a lot of things. Current only went off one time really, parade day. The man couldn't hold the team no longer. Every man in the gear an hour, but the man try gear when people gone about the place and that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, and Definitely some things for me personally would have to be in place before I. Sometimes,
So,
like you said, come home and contribute. Yeah, maybe
well,
that's what it is. But
some things, but a lot of things have to be in place for me to do that, boy.
bye.
So what are some of the things that would have to be in place, for example? Because he
I
wanted
have,
the
a,
diaspora to come home.
I,
So
ha, I have
when
a,
he hear
no, no,
from
I'll tell you
Ireland,
one.
what would got to be in
No,
place?
I have one. Like you said earlier, crime, crime is not a government, not necessarily a government issue. I need to be able to protect myself. I have guns. That's one.
Mhm.
That is one.
Well,
That is a major one too. Because when you call police, police is a reactive force. They only come after the situation that happened. Nobody there to protect me. That's one.
affordable internet.
Second, the second thing is I need good internet.
Affordable internet. If you can send me mediocre speeds, you gotta send me at a mediocre price. You know what I mean? When you start to hear them say, "Oh, you could get this," but I gotta piss a arm and a leg just to get a certain no. Internet need to be affordable. High speed need to be affordable. That's
And
that's that's
also quality healthcare. As we get older in life now, we're gonna start needing to go doctor more frequently, and we need
hopefully
quality
not.
healthcare.
Not me.
No, I don't know about you ever. I don't go doctor every 3 months for my checkup. I pay for insurance.
Yeah, I
Insurance
mean
take
me
the money
insurance.
every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, insurance take the money. I ain't gonna use them.
Me insurance don't let me go so often.
I need
I
I
don't
need I need
understand.
quality I need quality healthcare. You know what I mean? Like we need more specialists. You know what I mean? Especially now that we got kids and things like that. I need to make sure that if I move with my children, I want to make sure that, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of little things that I got to put in place. The education ain't bad. I'm not going to demand the education
No,
side.
no, no, no,
Right?
no, yeah, no. I was just about to say they need to update that shit. That shit is a bit
Yeah, but
antiquated. It's not keeping up
yeah,
with the
I
technology.
understand. I understand they need to be updated, but I'm not going to make it seem like it is as bad as some of the others that I've seen.
You know, me not compare with some of the others. Me compare with what I want. Right
Should
now,
you know?
I'm on the verge of looking for a school for my son, and it has to fit the needs of what my son and I think the world is where the world is going. And if that don't happen, again, gotta be homeschooled. You see what I'm saying? Like there is just the lack. Like you can't tell me still I read Peter and Carol in a kindergarten. I no. Let them start to code. Let them start to work with AI. Let them start to do different things. And not everybody can be in STEM. I get that, but there's more. There's other things. But I'm not in education, but I know what I would like to see. I would like to see different fields. Actually, altitude tests, seeing what certain students gear towards, helping them craft their natural abilities. We need more trade schools. I realize trade is a big thing, so I wish I had gone to trade school, to be honest.
And,
Right now,
and
I'm thinking about going to trade school, quitting my job.
I need them to also develop the other side of the island. And if they could
Oh,
put in the facilities over there that I've been asking for, you know, man, going back.
yeah, there's too much. Man, I don't laugh at. I don't know this thing as joke. I'll be a talk serious anyway. I'll be close it off here. I mean, I see Adele must be on she birthday grind. I don't know what it looks like, but we wanted to show
Yeah,
to it. Huh? Alan, you
yeah,
might you
yeah.
might mute it now.
No. I'm here. I'm here.
Alan, you have anything that you need to move back home?
You have anything that you would like to see improved?
Um, the first thing is we're gonna need a new premium.
Oh
That's the
my
first
god.
thing. So if the premium want me move back home, the first condition is we want a new premium. That's the first thing we got.
Oh lord.
Listen, no, listen, cause me ain't even really talk about everything, you know. Me know if I know this, you know. But NASPA had a chief of security. He get the job the 29th, he quit the 8th. we in the middle of we talking about we going to do an airport expansion. Right now, we ain't got airport manager and we ain't got chief of security. But we going to do an airport. And not only that, diaspora come back home, you're in good hands. But anyway,
I mean, I would take a chief of security job with the right contract. We contract don't be heavy.
I mean, we still got
Yeah.
the qualifications for it.
Yeah, well, the contract don't be heavy.
yeah,
Reese,
but
just remember me your agent, eh? So,
Yeah.
yeah, me
No,
your
but,
agent.
I tell you, the quality healthcare is really a big thing for me. I need to make sure that the healthcare system is up to par. You know?
well, he boasts the healthcare, he boasts the infrastructure, he boasts the economy.
I mean, we got a lot of doctors, eh? Every summer we got 6 doctors coming back from Cuba. And I mean, so we got a lot of doctors, but we don't have the facilities needed to handle a lot of this stuff.
Right now, we got doctors who are left when the facility we been never start, and them man went to Cuba and them man come back and they not done yet. Them man go to Cuba again, go work on their masters, and maybe he gone done by that time.
Real
Oh, and
doctors, so they got doctorate.
you know what's one other thing that needs to stop for me to move back on to the political divide.
Yeah,
Okay, the
yeah,
political. I can't
yeah,
handle
yeah,
it.
Wait,
yeah.
what do you mean?
Political divide.
No,
It's visual.
it's so messed up that some people refuse to talk to other people because of who they vote for. Some people don't listen. I mean, the whole all of that extra
That-
politics thing. Me understand election time, but election every 5 years. If we
oh,
can't get along for 5 years
Me,
because of election, oh, we good. You
I
don't want to see the
don't
political
really,
thing.
I don't mind them thing there. What I want to see though, what would be amazing. I saw an election video up here. And I see policeman endorse them politician in the clothes. And me say, boy, watch out, them man now go get fired.
No,
but the sheriff is a political job.
Them man wasn't even in like a state where like their party was in control of things. But them man there, and I was like, these man ain't gonna get fired. The man is like,
no, you
no, you can't fire them man for that. That's what
can't
I
fire them
would
for
like
that.
to see.
You
That's
can't
what
fire
I
them
would
for that.
like to see.
Well,
You need to be able to do your thing.
civil servants can do that.
But you gotta remember, it's all about where you fall, eh? So,
Yeah,
like for example, if you're
yeah.
endorsing a county person and you work for the county, you could lose a job. So it's all about where you fall in the whole structure where you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, like
people
for
are
example, like let's say a sheriff endorse DeSantis. DeSantis got too many layers to go through to get to that sheriff. That ain't gonna be
but
worth it for him.
don't
But he
say
can't go the regular
sheriff.
if you want sheriff, you know.
The reason why I would say don't say sheriff because most of the sheriff, if not all of them, are elected. They go vote for them.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the officers themselves, not the head sheriff. So
No,
not
you're
like a
talking about the
grading job, not
deputies.
just the regular officers them.
The
Who
deputy
actually go
them.
there.
The
Yeah.
deputy them. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. But I would say it this way. If the sheriff now, the deputy them now go out and endorse another sheriff,
Yeah.
and the sheriff they lose,
Squeeze.
something and people are gonna always be petty. People are gonna be petty.
Somebody can get squeezed.
Pettiness is
Yeah.
always there. Pettiness is there. Pettiness. Yeah. Petty. I could do that. I could be petty. That's them. But fellas, I gotta knock it off because I gotta get some rest. I have
Yeah,
some
you sure,
traveling
man.
to do. And I don't got this call. What you were saying, Alan? Why you muted?
Oh no, I've been trying to save it with me, Mike.
Oh,
I was saying and you're struggling.
Yeah. I really am. But we can't go without shouting out Adele and her Earth Strong. Blessed Earth Strong to Adele.
Yeah, man, blessings, but the blessings, big up yourself.
Bring the blessings to
Hey, girl,
Adele.
come give me that. Give me that. Hey, you. With your good body. Hey, you. Your body just drive me crazy. Your body good.
Everybody, we gone.
Your body good.
Bless.